Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 14 of the Fanboys Anonymous Group Meeting Podcast. I am your host, Tony Mango, and with me on the panel tonight, we've got essentially the Smack Talk crew. We've got Stephen Wago.
I'm all about that gammy leg.
You gonna sing a song about it, too? We've got Sean Walker.
Nice.
Nice indeed. We've got Mike Payton.
What's shaking, Mega Maniacs? It's wait, no, it's
Wrong podcast. And we've got Drew White.
Hey guys, we're going to do a podcast here with Tony Mango as the podcast leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, podcast. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Can we get what?
Okay, gamey leg. What the fuck's wrong with me? Gamey leg, gamey leg, gamey.
Yeah, well, you've got gammy fingers.
Oh yeah, at least I have chicken.
They keep begging.
So we've been off to a great start here for the people that aren't used to our normal banter, but this meeting's officially called to order. What we're going to do is keep this pretty relaxed and just kind of do a general breakdown of some shit that happened in 2014 in geek culture. The original idea that we had going into this was we were going to do a full-on breakdown of like the best and the worst of different things throughout the year, you know, the best and the worst comic book and the best and the worst video game and all that. But, you know, the holidays beat everybody down, and we don't feel like doing all that fucking work. That's
What do you mean? The holidays, if anything, lifted me up because I was sick the whole fucking time. And now I'm not sick, so I'm ready. I'm pumped. I laid in bed for the past 4 days. Come on, let's do this.
All right, so immediately right now, think of all of the answers to all of them. Go.
For comic books, well, of course, the best and worst comic book. The best is, oh, shit. It's going to be Venom Epic Comic number 27. And then for worst, it would have to be anything Spider-Man.
Yes, but
Because Venom is the best.
Yes, but issue 5 of Batman from 1997.
Man, it's Venom!
Mom! Venom!
He's talking bad about...
Wait. Did somebody say Venom?
Oh, yeah, we did. You want to add best comic of the year, Venom, right?
Hey, who was talking about not being on this podcast?
We are in goofy as fuck of a mood tonight. Some of us are drunk, some of us are some other kind of incapacitated. Fuck, let's just talk about, I don't know, movies. Let's talk about movies. I know a lot about movies. Why not? I was looking through some of the stuff earlier for the box office grossings. Apparently the highest grossing film of the year, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think we all liked that movie, right?
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet.
That was the highest grossing one of the year, really?
Yeah, that made, according to boxofficemojo.com, you get a little shout out there for being significantly more popular than Fanboys Anonymous. It made $332 million.
Wasn't there like a big Marvel movie that came out this year?
There's like multiple.
I know there's multiple. I'm trying to think. Didn't the Thor come out? No, that was last year. So Captain America. Yeah, Captain America. I'm surprised Captain America didn't beat that out. I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of, to me, it felt like it was sliding under the radar mainly because you had fucking Batista starring in it.
Well, no, I thought the other big movie of the year was Hunger Games.
Hunger Games is number 2. That's 306. And it actually is still in theaters, so it's got time, you know.
I just get the biggest kick at how well it did, considering as far as that comic goes, it's like one of the most fucking least known compared to the other movies they produced.
When they first announced Guardians of the Galaxy, I was just like, oh, damn it, come on. Because I expected them to do, you know, another Hulk movie or something. And they're like, we're going to do the raccoon and the tree. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. These movies are going to get so stupid trying to get little kids in the way. It's going to be a bomb. I hate this. This is stupid as fuck. I'm going to hate the movie. And then I'm sitting there 10 minutes into the movie. I'm like, damn it, I like it.
Marvel movies tend to do a lot better than DC movies as of recent. So anytime I see a Marvel film, I'm like, oh, there's a very good chance this will be actually really good.
I'm just saying, I'm wearing a t-shirt with the tree and the raccoon on it.
They're the best characters in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing, in the first 10 minutes of that movie, I fucking got turned off by the film, but suddenly out of nowhere, I got sucked in.
Yeah, I think the scene that really got me hooked, and this is, again, like really, really early, is just the title sequence beforehand where he's singing to Come Get Your Love.
Oh, and he's just dancing around,
Yeah.
kicking the little space rats and stuff.
I can't listen to that song and not do that. You know,
it's completely made me fall in love with that song too. I have it as my ringtone. I sing it all the time.
Right. Do you do the strut too? Because I can't not strut.
All the time, dude. Constantly dancing around, dancing in circles, people seeing me. It's like, what? It's Redbone.
You know what I love about the movie though? It's like, hey, you want to hire Vin Diesel? Oh yeah, what are we going to do? Say I am Groot.
Yo,
yeah, he's gonna do it in
use of Vin Diesel of all time. Have him say one line. That's perfect acceleration for him.
You know what's even better though? What's going to be coming up potentially? They haven't confirmed it yet, but he's really been teasing it for years, and he just did another tease earlier today that he might be Black Bolt in the Inhumans movie. And for those who don't know, Black Bolt is a mute character. So he might go from being a tree that only says 3 words to a completely mute character that if he speaks, it like shatters fucking planets and stuff. So I could see that being a huge plus to that movie. A lot of other people want Keanu Reeves. I don't know.
Well, also, fuck this movie for making me sad that Groot died just to like toy with my emotions and bring him back at the end.
Oh, you really thought they died though?
Well, I didn't read the comics fucking ever. I didn't know.
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that he like died in every comic. He's kind of like the Kenny of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've never I didn't even know what the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy was, but everyone was jacking off over it, and I'm like, fine, I'll fucking go see it.
Yeah, no, I had no preconceived knowledge of it either, and I think that's why I liked it even better. Like, I just went in and I just enjoyed this fresh new thing. I mean, I've heard lots of comparisons saying that it's this generation's Star Wars, and you know what? I'm inclined to agree. But now we're gonna have another Star Wars, so.
See, but
here's the biggest issue though. How's the sequel gonna live up to it?
I think they'll do a good job in the sequel, but I think that some people are going to be naturally disappointed just because they can have something to compare it to. You know, a lot of people are like, it's not as good as the first, and sometimes it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a different movie. And
a lot of people like you.
Some people, yeah. To me, if anything is good, it's good. It doesn't matter what it compares to, but you can compare it to the Marvel movies or the first movies or later movies or anything like that. But I did dig Guardians of the Galaxy, and to your point too, I agree. Peyton not knowing much about it ahead of time was really a positive, because going into seeing like Green Lantern or Thor or Superman, like Man of Steel, I was just like, this has to kick ass, because Superman is a better character than what they've been doing recently, and I'm like, fuck, it sucks. So Guardians of the Galaxy was like, I already didn't like the series, so if it would have been halfway decent, it would have been better than I expected it to be. And the fact that they were able to pull out a good movie on top of that was just like, now that boosts it up even more. But I'll tell you though, if I have to say my favorite Marvel movie of the year, and that includes like, Days of Future Past, which is the 7th highest grossing movie, Amazing Spider-Man, the 9th one. I didn't see Big Hero 6, it's number 11. I still think the better movie of them, Captain America though. I thought Winter Soldier was fucking amazing, and probably my favorite Marvel movie of all. If not, then it's tied with Iron Man. That was just a damn good movie. And now that they've announced, based off of the success of that and the way that Civil War is going to be coming, because that was another huge thing for movies this year, the announcement of everything that's going to be coming for like the next 10 years for Marvel and DC. The Russo brothers are going to be doing the 2 Avengers movies that are after the one that's coming out in March or May, I think. So they're taking over for Whedon, and good, because they nailed it with the fucking Winter Soldier. And that was the number 3 highest grossing movie. Hunger Games was number 2. That might end up beating Guardians, maybe not. I don't know. Guardians was apparently the top Christmas gift too.
Nice.
What I've been seeing.
Well, of course, it's got like something for everyone in the family to watch. Like there's at least something which I think most people can enjoy about that movie.
Yeah, a lot
of fucking got it for me. What the fuck?
And not once during that movie was any of the comedy like felt forced or awkward. Everything was perfect about it.
There's people that like Baby Groot. There's people that like normal Groot. The kids like Rocket Raccoon, even though they don't know half of what he's saying. Kids love this movie and they don't get the Jackson Pollock joke, because if they do, then you're a fucking terrible parent. But, that was a really good movie. Hunger Games I didn't think was as great as the other 2. Speaking of comparing to sequels and prequels and stuff like that, we did a whole review of both of these movies, and I think we did one for Winter Soldier too. Yeah, so you guys want to hear our opinions more about that kind of stuff, then you can check those review points out. Number 4, this is not too much of a surprise for me, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it, the Lego movie. Did you guys
think that was great? I love that movie. I love that movie.
It had really... The Lego movie had a really funny first like half hour. They had a lot of good jokes in there, and then it just kind of like ran dry, and then it was fine. It was completely unoffensive. It could have been so much better though.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is cool.
The only reason I watched the Lego movie all the way through is because of Batman.
Yeah, Batman was the best part.
Definitely the best part.
You're supposed to help me. You're my boyfriend. His head just completely spins around.
I didn't watch this movie because as soon as it came out, Tony shit all over it.
It pissed me off because I went there, really, really expecting this to like it. Kind of the opposite of Guardians of the Galaxy. And man, that Everything is Awesome song, that went on for way too long. And the fact that they advertised it constantly during the previews and stuff, like I had already gotten my fair share of the Everything is Awesome song, and then it was like 3 or 4 solid minutes of that in the movie, and I'm like, I get it, everything is awesome, can we move on to like a joke now, because the joke's really fallen flat, and that put me in a sour mood from the very beginning of it. Plus I was with my ex, and that's a whole other issue. But another movie, number 5, that I was disappointed in, Transformers Age of Extinction. Worst of all of the Transformers movies.
How could you fucking be disappointed? You know what you're getting. Explosion. Oh, an explosion. And there's one part, they explode.
Oh, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Who's got it the 3rd and 4th times?
See, the first one I thought's actually a pretty decent movie. It's not great, but it's like, that was like, oh damn, okay, I'll watch the rest of these. Second one, a lot of negative shit. Third one was like, you stepped it up a little bit, but I guess I'll watch a 4th one because it looks like maybe they're going to get a little grittier in this one. And this was just all of the bad things from the movies that I didn't like and none of the good ones. And I'm like, fuck, they didn't even have like almost anything positive for me to say about it. The other ones would be like, this is a shitty joke, and I get it. The fucking Transformer has balls. You like ball jokes. This was like, ball jokes, but then we're gonna follow it up with more ball jokes. And you're like,
hey Tony, you know the joke with the balls,
right?
You know what I imagine with this, like Michael Bay. Has anyone seen most recent epic rap battles of history with all the directors? They put him in it, and he's just like got a megaphone screaming about making motherfucking money and not having time to read bad reviews because he's too busy making another sequel. Like, I really think there must be truth behind that because of how bad his fucking movies are.
I think the fact that they're just making money, it's just that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, okay, I'm too busy counting my money. I can't hear you guys. If you guys are critics and you're going to say I'm doing a bad job, well, let's see if you can make, how much did this make? $245 million, and the producers and stuff, which I think overall producers are like the worst thing in the movie industry. All those studio execs that get in the way and shit, they're probably just kind of like, yeah. I don't care about that Rotten Tomato thing. How much money did this make today? Like, Maleficent. Did you guys see this one? I did, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too great.
No.
Everything is alright.
I had to manage my gay bar, so it was either go to Wicked or Maleficent. So I chose Wicked over. It's actually pretty good.
Was it Wicked Awesome?
No, not Wicked Awesome, but it was pretty wicked.
Did you get a blowjob afterwards?
That's between me and my penis.
I think that's a yes.
Everything is blowjobs.
So that's what.
See, that song is awesome, Tony. I don't care what you say. You could use that for anything.
Just let it go, Drew. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Everything is wankers.
So the only top 10 movie out of the highest grossing that I didn't see was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Did you guys watch that? I've heard only great things about it.
I didn't watch it because all I heard was another ape movie. Yeah, I'm not watching that either. What the fuck's Godzilla?
I'm not a big fan of the or just the Planet of the Apes movies, so I didn't go see it. Though my family.
Wait, what did you say? The Discipline of the Apes movies?
No, I started saying Dawn of the Apes, but then I changed it to just Planet of the Apes. So
I think I would watch Discipline of the Apes, where they're all teachers and it's like some old Catholic school. You hit them in the hand with a ruler and shit.
In Indiana, you can technically still spank children. It's just frowned upon.
There's actually quite a bit. Now we start getting into the territory of movies that like I didn't bother to see, but I've heard a lot of people that were into them. 22 Jump Street, Big Hero 6, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Okay, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is fucking awesome.
I definitely do want to watch that because I did like the first one.
Yep.
And you think is generally the rule is if it's made by Pixar or DreamWorks, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Pixar.
It sucked.
Pixar.
Already number 16 is Battle of the Five Armies. Wago, you're a big Hobbit fan, right?
Yes, I've not seen the last one yet.
And I think that you have seen all those movies and were into them, right, Peyton? Or is it the opposite? It's one or the other, right?
I've seen the first two Hobbit movies. I despised them, but I fell asleep in the theater for the second Hobbit movie, which I've only done in one movie in my entire life.
Which one was that? Just that?
I said it was. If I only did it in one movie in my entire life, what fucking movie do you think it was, Tony?
I jumped ahead. I thought you were going to say one movie other than that.
Oh no.
The only movie I've ever fallen asleep in theater was Hereafter, that Clint Eastwood movie with Matt Damon, where Matt Damon's only in it for like 8 minutes, and it's like they advertised it as that he can talk to ghosts, and he's like, this is a curse, and I don't want to do this, and whatever. And it's essentially a movie about. Yeah.
I fell asleep, and now you see me. Fun fact.
What's Now You See Me?
The 2010 Sherlock Holmes movie was fucking awful. John fell asleep during that.
No, it's like a bunch of magicians, and like they've like some like big magician prank with like a bank and
Morgan Freeman and Jesse Eisenberg's like, I'm a magician, so fuck you guys, and fuck you too.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like,
but we're gonna work together and do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
The only movie I fell asleep in was Power Rangers.
Yeah, but you were a kid at the time, right?
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I hope you were a kid at the time.
I was well disappointed as well because they got to the planet, fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then they were in the new Zords, and I was like, well, what the fuck just happened?
Your movie theater didn't actually have that section of the film. They just like, no, you guys fell asleep.
No.
Back when Jason David Frank was relevant and not clinging on to everyone for fame.
There's actually quite a bit I still do want to check out, though. I've heard lots of great things about Gone Girl, that being one of like the possible contenders for Best Picture for next year.
I wanted to see it, but it was gone.
Could I just say something right now?
Go for it.
I am not doing the Oscars next year.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
That's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
What about the Smart Geese?
Do you think DiCaprio will get a fucking Oscar ever?
He'll get one of those Oscars like later on in his life. Now he'll get one of the later on Oscars where it's a movie that he doesn't deserve to win it, but they've gotten to the point where they're like, all right, well, we've snubbed him like 8 times, so let's just give it to him.
I don't know. If
you know what's going to happen?
He's stumped him like 15 times now.
He's going to film something, die before its release,
and
that'll make it. Yeah, and that'll make it uber popular, and then he'll get the Oscar after.
So he's going to get that Robin Williams treatment, most likely.
The Heath Ledger Award.
Yeah, the Heath Ledger Award.
I don't know, except Heath Ledger fucking deserved that.
We didn't.
Nah.
I don't remember what his contention was that year. He might have. I don't know.
That movie was so fucking.
No, not what he played. What the other people were.
Oh, okay.
That could if they were like, well, you snubbed him because you gave it to Ledger. I don't remember who else was nominated.
Probably Leo, because he's nominated every year to lose.
Yeah, but that was for supporting actor. He's almost always the lead actor. I don't know.
Everything
Look it up.
Leo.
Tell us in the comments. Interstellar was a movie that I was just disappointed in.
Didn't see it. So it was disappointed, so I shouldn't see it. I don't know. I have friends who said it was really good. But what was the concept?
I watched a lot of movies this year.
I've seen quite a bit, and there's a lot that I still need to download or purchase. Yes, that's what I said. Going through this list still, there's some that I don't even really... I forgot that Mr. Peabody and Sherman had came out, and I didn't see that. What was Ride Along?
That's the Kevin Hart one with Ice Cube.
Oh, no wonder I didn't see that. I don't like Kevin Hart a whole lot.
No, yeah, Kevin Hart's one that was overrated. People ever. Remember that one time?
Neighbors movie. I haven't checked that out yet, but that looked like it might have some good jokes in it.
Neighbors was really good. I recommend it.
Lucy looked kind of cool. Scarlett Johansson being able to do a bunch of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
In Between the sequel was pretty good, but unless you're British, you won't know about that.
No, I don't have a clue what the In-Betweener is.
In Between.
Well, it's definitely in between.
We got Noah. Edge of Tomorrow was a surprise movie that I liked.
Whoa. How are you just going to skip over Noah?
Because fuck Noah.
Dude, it's got Emma Watson in it.
What about Exodus?
Well, I would fuck Emma Watson.
Yeah, that's the only reason you need to see the movie is just to see Emma Watson. I don't care what she's doing. I will watch any movie with Emma Watson.
Does she get naked?
Very emphatic. I will watch any movie with Emma Watson in it.
Wait, does she get naked?
Non-stop. That sounds familiar. Stop.
Well, it definitely doesn't go.
I was like, does she get naked? And you're like, non-stop. Like, what? What? What movie's that?
This is awesome.
Oh,
I want to see that.
I did see Non-Stop. That was the Taken, but on a plane, essentially. Liam Neeson.
Taken, but on a plane?
Yeah, it was like the Taken movie, but he was just on a plane the entire time. It was just
Why is everybody getting taken on this
why was he
goddamn
taken on a plane for?
So it's not the
going
movie
somewhere?
that's Taken, but with Nick Cage?
It's the sequel to Snakes on a Plane. Taken on a plane.
Snakes on a Plane, good film.
This is we're getting towards the bottom of this kind of list or whatever. Number 37 though, Let's Be Cops. I just watched that the other day, and I actually thought that was a funny fucking movie. I'll suggest that to anybody who would look at that and go, well, I don't know.
It looks
Watch it.
stupid.
I thought that it was going to be dumb because a lot of those movies are, every funny moment's in the trailer and that's it. And I loved every minute of this movie. It's obviously not going to be something I would be like, best picture material, dude. David Wayans Jr. needs to be, the best actor of the year or anything.
Who the fuck is David Wayans Jr.?
Yeah. But that was just a funny fucking movie. Hell of a lot funnier than I'm sure what this Tammy movie was, that Melissa McCarthy, where it's just kind of like, hey, fat chick walks around and she's fat. Get it?
You know who loved that movie? JD loved that movie.
Oh, well.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand that actress.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of her. She's not like,
No, she's not awful. It's just that like she
Yes, she is. She's fucking terrible.
She had one great movie, just like one movie that everyone just praised for her performance, and now everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's that funny fat girl that I need to go watch because she's going to be funny." When most of the jokes are going to be about how she's fat and most likely a fart joke or her picking her butt.
You know what I could see being the issue? Somebody, I don't remember like any of her early career where I could say like that was funny or this wasn't or whatever. But I mean, most comedians, when they start getting into like the stereotype, I tend not to like them. Like,
so yeah, it's because she's fat. Okay.
Like Will Ferrell was funnier before everybody thought that Will Ferrell was funny when he was Will Ferrell. And, the whole Dane Cook thing, starts just doing the Dane Cook shtick. And
well, Jesus, his name's Dane Cook, and he was doing his shtick, so he was always doing his Dane Cook shtick, Mr. Mango.
Not to an annoying enough.
I know what you mean. Yeah, where he just overdoes it because it's Dane Cook.
Like, there's a difference between Will Ferrell in Old School and Will Ferrell in that skating movie.
Blades of Glory?
Yeah, like, I can't even fucking watch that movie.
Really?
No, it just looks dumb as hell.
Wait, what two movies did you compare?
Old
Blades
School
of Glory
and Blades of Glory, that's what it's called?
I'm pretty sure those are the exact same Will Ferrell.
See, I think that the Will Ferrell in Old School is, like, he's not over the top.
Those are the same Will Ferrell. Like, if you want to compare that Will Ferrell to, like, the Will Ferrell in Stranger Than Fiction...
Oh, that's a huge difference.
That's the two different Will Ferrells.
And that's my favorite Will Ferrell movie, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And that's him just being a good actor in it, instead of being like, hey, Will, can you just go and, like, we don't even need a script. Can you just be Will Ferrell? And I think that Melissa McCarthy's in that kind of state right now, where she's just like, I can go and jiggle around and people will laugh and everybody's just like, ha, Tabby fat. And, so I'm not going to watch a fucking movie about that kind of shit. I'm looking right now at the biggest box office bombs according to Pajiba.com. Pajiba? I don't know.
Pajiba.
Sounds like a reliable source.
Yeah, no, it was the first thing that popped up for me. Need for Speed.
That doesn't surprise me that it bombed.
I guess wasn't that like the last movie Died was in?
Who?
No, that's Fast and Furious. No, Need for Speed had Jesse Pinkman in it. Like, he was on an episode of Raw as a guest host.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was promoting that movie.
It was like, you like Fast and the Furious? Well, we're kind of Fast and the Furious. Can you guys
Need for Speed? I've always liked Need for Speed games better than to Fast and even though they made a couple Fast and Furious
Better than
games.
Fast and Furious games. Well, of course,
Yeah.
if they're games based on movies, of course they're gonna fucking suck.
Well,
They
Need for
they
Speed.
need to make a
I don't
game,
know.
or they need to make a movie on that video game from N64 where it was just all Volkswagen Beetles. They should make a movie about that racing game.
What game was that? I don't remember that at all.
Oh, it was like Wild Beetle Adventure. Let's see. Beetle Racing Nintendo 64.
You know what? If movies based off of video games are always terrible, and video games based off of movies are always terrible, what would you do if you made a video game based off of a movie based off of a video game, or like the movie based off of a video game based off of a movie, or some shit like that?
That's kind of like that time that I read the novelization of the movie Jurassic Park. No lie, like when I was little, and you got like the book fair things at school, and then you got these little scholastic forms, and you check off what books you wanted. I wanted the novelization of the Jurassic Park movie.
Dude, that's awesome though. I would have got that immediately.
Oh hell yeah!
I got a friend. Speaking of that, this is totally. All right, we could justify this as being a literature discussion of fanboys. Sure, why not? I remember when we did that every year too. It was called Reading is Fundamental for some reason, even though none of the kids ever fucking read their books. I used to grab the same book almost every year because I was just like, yeah, I like this book. I'll just keep getting this. It was 2-minute mysteries, and fourth grade, which we were what, like 10 or something, I think at the time. A friend of mine grabs one of the Peanuts books, and they're like, I think you're a little bit too old for this. And he's just like, nah, Charlie Brown's awesome. As soon as we get into the classroom, he just dumps it out the window. We're on like the second floor. And he's just like, I lost my book. Teacher's like, what the hell did you do that for? And he's just like, that was Peanuts. I was too old for that shit anyway. All the people doing the reading stuff are just like, you just wasted a whole fucking book for these little kids in like kindergarten and shit could have been reading this. And he's just like, nah, it's fine. I just wanted to throw it out the window. So at least you got the Jurassic Park thing where you could read the book and be into it instead of just, throwing it the fuck away. But that's like some crazy Inception shit right there. Beetle Adventure Racing.
Yeah, I told
How
you
did you remember this?
How could you forget playing this game? This is back in the days when you actually went to the Blockbuster or wherever it was, and you looked at video games on the shelf, and if you see a video game cover that's just a Volkswagen Beetle and it says Beetle Adventure Racing, you don't pass that shit up.
This was during the era of Glover, so Glover was pretty awesome. Legend of Hercules is on this list, as well as Pompeii. They look like the exact same movie.
Which one? The Hercules with The Rock or the Hercules with John Morrison?
No, this isn't even either of those.
And Pompeii was the movie with Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. That was actually supposed to be pretty good.
If they don't put the Gladiator, I do not care for Hercules.
The Legends of Hercules was Kellen Lutz.
Wait, so it wasn't even the one with The Rock?
No, that was just Hercules.
How many fucking Hercules movies came out this year?
People love
I mentioned that earlier. There was way too many Hercules movies that came out in the past 2 years.
And they all suck. Like, this all exploded from Gladiator, and I think Gladiator.
I'm pretty sure every Hercules movie has sucked.
Yeah.
No, the Disney one's fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. Okay, you got me there. Yeah, the Disney cartoon ones.
I wouldn't rank that low on the Disney movies. I never get the itch to watch that movie.
I watched the Aristocats today.
I watched the Aristocats like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
The Aristocats? Not the
this is a
Aristocrats, right?
riveting conversation.
Aristocats.
Yeah, the autistic cats.
Because the Aristocrats documentary is kind of a pain in the ass. But then we got Noah on here. Noah was apparently a box office bomb. Not many people wanted to watch the movie for Emma Watson.
It's because it wasn't Emma Stone, that's why. If it was Emma Stone, it would be a different story.
Yeah, too bad no one's putting Emma Stones in their movie anymore.
Stoner, you know what I'm saying?
I'd put something in Emma Stone. Hey-o. Transcendence. That's a movie that I wanted to check out, but I heard a lot of bad things about it, and I got kind of the feeling that it wouldn't be amazing. It was an interesting concept, but it just didn't seem like it would be well executed. That's the movie with Johnny Depp, and he's like becomes a computer or something. So I'm not too surprised at that bomb. I don't even know what Blended is. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. They did another fucking movie together?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was the one where they went to Africa or some shit like that.
Sounds terrible. Just announcing Drew Barrymore's in it.
I don't know. They announced that Adam Sandler, too, so the film's not going to go over well with critics.
Jupiter Ascending came out? I thought that didn't even come out. It was going to come out at the beginning of this year.
Mm.
I don't know. Oh wait, here's the other Hercules movie that apparently bombed too.
The one with the Rock,
Which one?
with
John Morrison.
Morrison.
John Morrison or The Rock?
The one with the one with the Rock.
Okay.
Okay, but when can we talk about John Morrison?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
the important
bombed
one.
to the point where it's not even on the list.
And more importantly, can we talk about the one that has Drew McIntyre in it?
Yeah. Oh, damn it! I was just about to make a Drew McIntyre joke. Fuck you.
He was in one too.
Oh my god!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The Equalizer. That looked like an interesting movie. That was Denzel
Oh my
Washington.
By the way, Drew McIntyre is the first joke of the year.
And The Expendables 3, which I saw the first movie and that was enough.
Aren't they all the same?
So, what about the Expendables 2 though? What?
No, I wasn't
About
gonna.
the Expendables.
I
don't know.
got my fill of the Expendables after the first movie.
Oh, it wasn't that expendable. I mean, they made a second and a third one.
It's very expendable.
So, okay,
Drew McIntyre.
Mr. Dink totally throws me off.
I tried to let it slide, but I'm like, nope. Can't. Too funny.
So, what were some of the movies that you guys saw this year that you were really fond of or you thought were really shitty? I've been talking quite a bit, so I'll let you guys kind of take the reign.
Yo, it was a really shitty movie I saw this year. One Crazy Summer. It's from like 1985, where the fuck it was. It's from, but we watched it for the For Real Movie Club this year, and my god, that movie was terrible.
That might have been the worst movie that I've seen this year. I think it's the only movie that I've shut off.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
It was
true.
fucking terrible.
I don't know if I'd rank it as bad as some other movies that I've seen before. I mean, I saw fucking Hercules in New York. Speaking about Hercules stuff, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger walking around with some little Jewish guy, and the guy's just kind of like, "Well, you're tough, aren't you?" And like the entire fucking movie.
That sounds awesome.
It is god fucking atrocious. Tank Girl's always been one of the least favorite movies of mine, and Zapped too. So I don't know if I'd rank him as bad as that, but man, that was definitely the worst movie I've seen this year.
I don't know. I finished Tank Girl. I did not finish One Crazy Summer, and I tried twice to.
Yeah, Days.
Happy days.
What were some of the ones that you really, really enjoyed that we haven't talked about, Peyton?
As far as ones that came out this year, I didn't get to go to the theaters too much, honestly. There's one movie we didn't talk about. I guess it would more be something I put into something I didn't enjoy. Can I bring that up yet?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. TMNT. Fuck you, Michael Bay. What the fuck was that bullshit?
Did you really expect it to be good? Because Michael Bay was associated with it. That's your own fucking fault. I knew it was going to suck as soon as...
He was only producer on it, so...
I don't care. It's Michael Bay.
He
was in charge of it in some capacity. You had to have seen it coming. You could have not
Michael
expected...
Bay is actually... Listen, all jokes aside, Michael Bay is actually a very talented film creator.
He gets a lot more flack than he should because people think that the joke is funny.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's funny when it's... Explosion!
But you know what?
That was the fucking Michael Bay of smack talk, by the way.
But the thing is, that wasn't even the TMNT's problem.
No.
It wasn't that it was constant explosions and constant action. It was that a lack of anything else. A lack of anything.
It's because it was filled with Megan Fox, dude.
If it was all explosions,
Megan
it actually
Fox,
probably would have been good. But it was all, like, non-characterization humor. Like, it was all fucking dumb.
The biggest issue I had with that movie was it didn't feel like you were watching a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. It felt like you were watching like a really expensive fan fiction kind of thing. Like they were like, "Oh, dude, it's so awesome. Like Michelangelo makes this joke and everybody fucking laughs because it's fucking funny. Just fucking laugh, dude. Just fucking laugh." Like, you know, and Raphael's just kind of like, "I'm the tough guy and fuck you, buddy." But you get a better impression of these characters from the first movie. You know, you don't need to beat everybody over the head with a lot of stuff. And yeah, there were some parts that were decent and some jokes that kind of made me laugh a little bit and stuff. But there's a difference between you watch the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and Michelangelo's eating that fucking Butterfinger or whatever it is. And Raphael's like, "Can you chew any louder?" And he just goes in his fucking ear. And that's like, you know, because Michelangelo's a dick like that. But in this movie, it's like Michelangelo farts in front of the other ones, and they're just like, "Oh, Mike," and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I farted, guys." Like, it's like, "Oh, you didn't even try," you know? Like, that's the kind of consensus that I got. They didn't try hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Wego? Movies that you liked or didn't like this year?
Everything we've already kind of mentioned. Best movie that I watched this year was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Here,
And
here.
yeah, and the only other movie that I really enjoyed this year was probably How to Train Your Dragon 2. It was just fun.
Anybody see The Maze Runner?
I saw like half of it. It actually was really intriguing. I wanted to see the rest of it.
I got up to the
definitely
part where they was walking, but no, I missed the running part.
where there was just solving the maze.
Yeah.
No, I stopped at the part where they ran into the wall. That kept on getting annoying.
If I remember correctly, Sean, you hated the RoboCop reboot, right?
Ugh. Wait, did that come out this year?
Yeah.
Because that fucking sucked.
Oh, hang on, I got
I don't know.
I
to
did
Sean
my-
hates anything rebooted.
I didn't mind watching it the second time round. First time round, I thought it was fucking awful.
I thought that it was pretty decent. It's not as good as the first one for nostalgia purposes and stuff, but I would watch a second one if they were going to continue this, and then
Sit
I would
through it
compare it
once.
to it.
The second Hunger Games fucking sucked.
The
The
second Hunger Games, even though it's the third one.
It is.
yeah, this is the
No,
third
he
one. It's part
didn't
one
s-
of the second.
Yeah, it's part one of the third book.
He was just saying the second one.
What the
No,
hell was
yeah,
it? Like
no,
Catching
just
Fire?
fucked that up.
No,
No, yeah.
he didn't see the new one yet.
Mockingjay.
No, he saw the one because he did.
Yeah, he saw the new one.
Oh.
He's talking about
Mockingjay?
Mockingjay, yeah.
Mockingjay's,
Mockingjay.
yeah, that's the third book.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Catching
Oh.
Fire's the second, and then.
Oh,
Hunger
I
Games
forgot
is
about
sort
that
of
one.
first.
There's a reason I forgot about it.
It's just. No, it wasn't. I didn't think it sucked. I saw it eventually. It was okay, but
Talk,
it just
talk,
wasn't.
talk. Hey,
too
give my
damn
sister
slow.
her cat. Talk, talk, talk.
Well, Sean,
Yeah,
what other positives or negatives from movies this year other than RoboCop?
None of Wiccan. More birds. Less
maybe
gummy
some
legs.
Z's. Maybe I fell asleep because of the fucking Power Ranger movie. Shit.
Oh, it's got Jason David Frank in it.
All right, well, we'll figure out what's going on with Sean. But Drew, in the meantime, any positives and negatives from movies this year?
Just saying.
I didn't see that many terrible movies, but that's mainly because I didn't go to the movies too much, and I didn't really watch too many movies at home. But
Just too many
I mean-
movies.
just too many movies. But yeah, TMNT was definitely the worst I saw. Just Michael Bay. I just knew. Hey, to the defense of the movie, I'll give it this. I wasn't expecting it to suck, so when it did, I probably didn't give it as much of a chance as it should have, probably. So I will give it that, and maybe if I watch it later on, it will probably be better than what I'm thinking it is. But yeah, right now it just sucks. But yeah, best movie? Fucking Lego movie. Come on. Everything is awesome, Tony. No, shut the fuck up, Tony. That movie was awesome, okay?
Nah.
If
it
you
wasn't.
can't be. Oh, my bad. If you can't be happy, then I'm sorry, okay? He gets the girl of his dreams. He is the one. Morgan Freeman told him he was the one, okay?
I'm guessing you could have taken all of that movie out except for the Morgan Freeman parts, and it would have been the best movie ever.
Oh, of course.
Probably.
Has Morgan Freeman not won an Oscar?
Well, then you would have lost out on the Batman parts.
I'm pretty sure Morgan Freeman actually has won every single Oscar. Like, whenever anybody gets an Oscar, they just walk off stage and hand it to Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Best like makeup
This is fine.
design and shit like that. They're just gonna like, here you go, Morgan. And he's just like, thank you. I got a lot of these in the car. Like, he goes to present an award, and he's just kind of like, all right, the award for best cinematography doesn't really
No,
fucking
no,
matter.
no,
It's
no,
just
hold
gonna
on,
go
hold on,
in
hold
my house anyway, so I'm just gonna take this and fucking
Hold
leave.
You can't do a Morgan Freeman impression without doing the impression of his voice.
Oh, I can't do a Morgan Freeman impression.
Well, then that
so
fucking
I'm
sucks.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think we're allowed to do Morgan Freeman impressions, Drew.
Oh, my bad. My bad. My
I
I
bad.
typically
mean,
don't-
your last name's White.
Yeah, but he wears a white suit in Bruce Almighty. So
Oh, no, okay, that makes him a white guy.
Yeah, that's not a stretch, isn't it?
no, it's all good. Yeah. What do you mean? He has white hair.
I
Preston,
just
don't tell
I'm
me he doesn't.
scrolling through this list right here. I just came across the movie Sex Tape. That kind of brings up a big
That was
topic. That I didn't see that, and I figured
I
it was
didn't
going
see
to
it.
suck.
That was
I thought
fucking
it was.
terrible. The jokes were fucking lame. You might actually enjoy Mango. They were.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel
They're
like it
your
was just
type
gonna be
of
a movie
jokes.
about a bunch of puns of sex, and I don't know. It just didn't seem. It felt like something that I knew was gonna be terrible before we're going to see
And
it.
Jack Black was way out of place in that fucking film.
Oh, Jack Black was in it.
You put
I
Jack
didn't know.
Black in it. You put Cameron Diaz. You're already starting to lose me. I figured it was a cash grab more than anything else, but I highly doubt I'm going to check it out. But that made me think, though, of another topic that we definitely got to talk about, and that's one of the biggest stories of the entire year for internet kind of stuff and for pop culture and celebrities and all that. The fappening. Fappening was fucking huge this year.
Well,
it wasn't huge last year. That's for sure.
What are you trying to say, Mike?
well, I'm just saying there's one more movie I think we need to talk about before we move on from movies.
Okay, what? Throw that out there.
And I actually really thought you were about to transition into it because you were talking about how it was this big controversy and one of the biggest events of the year.
The interview, yeah.
The interview.
Yeah,
That's right.
Hollywood's
Well,
a bunch of
I'll speak
bitches.
first about it because I actually
Promote-
read the article for it. Anyways.
Well, fuck us then, right, Drew? Go ahead.
To an extent, we can kind of combine these two together because they're all about the whole hacking and whether or not you should be releasing things and illegal stuff, and people are like supporting certain things about it and supporting other things and saying there's really, and I can't deny that most people don't fall into this kind of like hypocritical situation, and I'm a part of it. People are like, well, would you want your information to be hacked? And it's like, no. Well, then why are you watching what other people do? Well, these celebrities are hot, or like, well, this movie looked like it might have some funny jokes or whatever.
Because she has boobs, that's why.
Well, I mean, if we're factoring these two together, something else that should just be thrown into the conversation as well is Gamergate.
Yeah, all the
that whole fucking shit.
All the Sony.
I still don't even know what that's about.
Was it this year or was it last year?
Like Gamergate? That was this year.
Was it this year or last year where the whole Target thing went down?
Oh, that was wasn't that like last Black Friday? Around when that happened?
Yeah.
So that was last year
remember
around Black
sure.
Friday.
But there's a lot of people hacking into stuff, a lot of people manipulating, releasing information and all that. Obviously, you can't really condone most, if not all of it, but that was like a big story this year of a lot of these different things happening. Let's talk about, because we are on the track of movies and stuff, let's talk about the interview thing. We never did a podcast about our thoughts on the interview or any of that. First off, did anybody watch it yet?
Nope.
No. I was gonna go probably read it tomorrow.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Do you usually like Seth Rogen movies?
Of course.
I can't remember the last time when I watched it was the one where he got this bird pregnant.
See, when James
name a
Franco
few
is
Seth-
playing himself in a movie, essentially, I could deal with it. Because James Franco does one thing well, and that's playing himself.
You're trying to say name a few?
Yeah, name a few movies he's done. I can't remember what the fuck he's done.
Pineapple
Seth Rogen?
Express.
Yeah, I'll talk at once.
Superbad. He was in Superbad.
Pineapple Express is one of them.
Okay, he sucks.
Knocked Up.
No, that's the one I was thinking of. Thank you. Drew.
Zach and Miri make a porno.
Zach and
Oh, I
Mary
love
Pitt.
that movie.
You kind of can't constitute it as one, but Green Hornet. That was kind of like half and half.
Oh, I'd totally count that.
40-year-old virgin.
He was
Oh,
there.
yeah. Fuck.
He was in
Yeah,
that.
it was. Yeah, it was.
I never saw it. That was about the whole, speaking of earlier, like comedians doing the same kind of thing. I kind of figured that was like the Steve Carell being Steve Carell kind of thing. So.
Yep.
Steve Carell is
And it was awesome.
Steve Carell.
Seth
I don't
Rogen
know.
is a guy that I like if he is not just in that kind of situation. Like, I like Superbad, but I wasn't a big fan of Pineapple Express. So I kind of figured the interview wouldn't be a movie that I would love, and I've been hearing that it's terrible. So
No, I've actually heard people say it was really good.
it might be the huge divide of like whether or not
It's gonna
you
be, I
it's
think
funny.
it's definitely gonna be one of those movies you either love or hate. I don't think
Yeah.
there's much of a middle grounds for it.
I need to wait for the hype to die down.
Maybe
I'm not getting caught up in that shit.
that's one of the reasons why I didn't really like Pineapple Express, because I heard from a lot of people it's the funniest fucking movie, and I watch it every day, and I'm like, well, all right, there's a couple jokes I can laugh at, but that's about it.
No, people
You're
told
not
me
a
like,
stoner.
oh, no, yeah. See, I bet you were talking to stoners, and they're like, oh, I love a good joke about getting high.
The main one that recommended it to me was somebody who had just recently really, really gotten into weed, so that's probably, yeah. And then he got
If you
into
want
a
to see
whole
a
bunch
good
of other
Seth
drugs.
Rogen movie, watch This Is the End. That movie's really good.
If you want a good stoner movie in general, just fucking watch anything Trailer Park Boys related.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the interview, political side of things, what did you guys think? Because my first reaction was, why don't you just fucking release it online and do this as like a test run to see if people will buy shit online? And, if you're not going to release it in movie theaters, you're going to lose all your money. If you release it online and people pirate it and stuff, well, at least you can make some money back and you can get that to gauge, a lot of people want people to release things online the same day that they're released in movie theaters. I think that's a bad idea. But, at least they'd have this kind of the test to see like what could happen. And this is a big movie with big following and all that kind of stuff. And if it didn't get anything from people buying it, because as soon as it was released online, people just pirated it, then you can't release it in the future. And you got to think of alternative strategies and stuff. But hey, if it made a shit ton of money, then maybe you could do this in a couple of years and stuff. But did you guys follow that kind of idea, or were you part of the whole like don't release it at all because you got to be worrying about people, or the militant fuck you, I should watch any of these movies and I think that you should release it and send a copy to fucking Kim Jong-un and with blood all over it? Like some of these people like go crazy and they're like, well, we should just film actual footage of us killing him, and it's like, calm the fuck down.
Oh my god.
Let's go around here real quick though. Drew, what were your thoughts when this whole thing went down?
When I heard about it, and I was a few hours late into the whole thing. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, when I heard about it, I was a few hours weekend. Oh my god. Fuck you guys.
All right,
I don't know. Are you fucking done? Anyways,
for those who don't follow our Smack Talk side of things, we've all been so comfortable with each other. That's why we're doing this.
Oh my god. Okay.
Everyone's comfortable except for our listeners.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm throwing it
out.
They
no fucking clue what's going on. But no, I was very mixed on it. While I understood that they would just cancel it because it doesn't matter if North Korea is not much of a threat and they talk a big game and don't really back it up. They do have the capabilities of at least launching a nuke and it hitting the West Coast. That being said, I was very hesitant on the whole idea of releasing it, and I'm actually surprised it took them this long because North Korea mentioned it back in like June that they did not like the movie and that they were going to take actions if it was released. So I honestly was surprised it took them this long. Then they ended up releasing it online, which I'm fine with because I was going to watch it regardless. It was going to get leaked eventually to be shown online. So I knew eventually I was going to be able to see it. And I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it. And whether or not that there were some talks that they cancel it because of the publicity they got from it, and there's no fucking way they're gonna get all the money back that they went into marketing, because I saw so many fucking commercials for this movie. There's no way they're gonna get all their marketing money back, but at least they're trying to get some type of money back from it. So honestly, I'm not surprised that they did it, but in the end, I'm glad that they at least released it online.
What about you, Sean? What did you think, being somebody outside of this conflict in a different country?
Ain't my problem. I don't want to get involved.
Well, thanks, Switzerland.
No.
There you go.
No, it ain't his problem until everyone's fucking gone, and then they're the only ones that left. Then it's his problem.
Right? If you want to nuke North Korea, if North Korea want to nuke you, be my guest. Just don't get my country involved. My country's only small. We don't have any nukes. We have to borrow our nukes from England. All right.
Wago, your thoughts on this whole situation?
America, what the fuck is wrong with you? You wanted to fight terrorism, and then you bend over backwards and go, please, Mr. Terrorist, fuck me right here.
No, I feel like if they did that, then they would have allowed the movie to be released, and then stuff actually happens because of it.
Here's the thing. Why the fuck do you give a shit what Kim Jong-un's gonna do? He's not got that type of military power where he's that big of a threat. If we wanted him gone, they'd be gone.
It doesn't matter. He's a threat regardless.
The one time that he did the one time he'd attack, he's fucked.
Dude, you're talking about the dude who's got like over 1 billion hits on YouTube for Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Yes, same guy.
Might as
See,
well.
the thing is,
got a
if you look
shit
at it
ton
like
of-
that, then you lose a few 100,000 million people if they did something just to take him out. And I don't think the United States would be willing to make that risk. They don't want to lose people
Well,
because
if you're against
of an attack.
terrorism, then you're a fucking asshole if you agree with this because you've taken so many steps backwards. You don't fight fucking terrorism by bowing down to it.
Peyton,
So you
what do you
fight
think?
terrorism by letting him do that. Okay.
I really don't see what everyone got in such a tizzy about. If North Korea wanted to make threats, then let them make their threats. And if they want to act, then we'll fucking destroy them because we're fucking America and that's what we do.
America, yeah.
That's all I gotta fucking say.
Did you just rewatch that other 4 Real Movie Club movie we watched this year about the fucking armadillo? You're in Super America mode.
Well, you know what is funny is that after the movie got pulled from a lot of theaters, a lot of them were starting to say that in its place they were going to play Team America.
Right.
I was like, hell yeah, I want to go see Team America.
I laughed so hard when I heard about that because that was like such a fuck you, and it's exactly what I would want to do in that situation. Just be like, all right, fine. Instead, we're gonna do the one where we kill your dad. What the heck?
Isn't it awesome though that there's a movie for killing both family members?
There's probably a bunch about Osama bin Laden and
Yeah, but
who's
like,
the other
There
guy?
is. It's called Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, Zero Dark 30. What was
How
the?
much doesn't
What's
it go to
the-
show though how much of a cunt that his son is more than that they've already released a movie about killing him? He's only a few years into his reign, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he got in the reign
Got a long way
2011.
to go.
Like, very into 2011, like in late December,
He was
around this time.
Wayne, like when he won the title.
It's like, oh, hello, you remember my dad? Well, you're really fucked now.
Yeah, that's not racist at all, right? That fucking-
I think his issue is he wants to show power by yelling and shows that he's more than a power than his dad, and then which that's fucking fine. That's fine if he does it because they don't really have much to deal with. But you shouldn't. Still, he's a threat that you need to deal with.
Oh, hello, you do Gangnam Style?
Oh, how about you want chicken? Say sweet sour
Oh,
chicken.
God. Before we get into an even worse situation, let's talk about the other
Drew
one.
takes the heat off me.
Oh, your sweet sour chicken from comic book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't know that Drew was the dude from South Park, the Shitty Walk dude.
Goddamn Mongolians!
Goddamn Mongolians. I love how doesn't he in like the Stick of Truth, like doesn't he like own like multiple
Not
restaurants?
that far in.
Oh my god. He the best part of Stick of Truth is that guy could be summoned as like a
What, an
summonable
extra helper
character.
thing.
Yeah, like an extra guy you just call in and he just comes in with all of his fancy ninjutsu swords and just chops someone up.
Oh my
By the way,
god.
you're
That
like,
was a good game.
I love,
I love
how,
that game.
like, Tony goes, that was pretty racist.
Are we gonna talk video games?
And then Drew
Yeah,
fucking jumps
totally.
on. Then Drew jumps on top of that, and he's like fucking extra racist.
Right.
Alright, we're done being racist.
No, come on, guys. The only way you can be
No,
racist is
see-
to talk about black people.
Well, shit.
So hey,
Well, you know what? This was a year of racism. If we're gonna talk about that, we're
Yeah,
gonna talk about
those-
racism. Let's talk about racism, guys. Come on, let's roll up our sleeves and dig into that one.
Well,
Ferguson.
Before we do into any Ferguson things, because that's a really
They
too geek.
shot him.
We gotta be
They
instead
shot him.
of being on the racist
Oh, so
side of
there's not
things,
black geeks?
we have to be
Racist.
on the sexist side of things with the fappening.
God. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's RKZ.
We didn't even talk about the fappening.
No, because you kept fucking
That's-
talking, and it took 10 minutes to get to this transition.
Well, how about look at that picture?
Why
Wow,
Tony
what
said we're gonna
movies?
talk about the fappening now? Did you not hear his transition there?
Yeah,
Jesus,
Jesus.
fucking Christ.
You're too busy doing the shitty walk voice.
Oh, hello, you talk about paparing?
So,
Would you
fappening
like
was
fappening
one of the
with paper
biggest.
or plastic?
Fappening was one of the biggest stories that happened this year, and it ended up being this, big fucking list of, I don't know, 70 or something different celebrities, almost all of them female, which as a male, that was friggin' awesome. Because if it would have just been a whole bunch of dudes, nobody would have checked it out for the most part. But this sounds terrible, but who were your favorite ones to check out during the fappening? Because I don't highly doubt we're gonna have a big discussion of like that was a bad thing to do. Like
Wow,
dude, dude, Emily Bent Ricketts.
That's been a long running joke ever since Sean said that.
I don't care. There's gotta be nudes of Emma Watson out there. I do not believe her when she said she never took one. They're out there somewhere.
Watch them if they saw them. The big one that most people were really kind of
Kim
following
Kardashian,
around.
Kate Upton.
No, the ones Jennifer Lawrence was definitely the top one from.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. Fuck. I think she's good looking, but everyone's just on that Hunger Games flow right now, and that's why everyone loves her.
Yeah, she's aight.
Yeah, her star power is more.
Don't get me wrong. She looks fucking amazing, but
I was really hoping for Emma Watson or Mila Kunis, and neither of them popped up. So
or Emma Stone. I thought there was a couple earlier. Emma Stone would have been great. I mean, there's
dude. If Emma Stone was involved in that, you wouldn't have heard from me for a month.
Kim Kardashian eventually had leaks come out. Except it was from a fucking magazine.
I don't even fucking consider that. She probably leaked that herself. That's stupid itself.
To be fair, Kim Kardashian's got a sex tape anyway, so I've seen it all before anyway.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Like, oh my guys, did you guys see those leaked Paris Hilton photos?
Right. A couple that I thought were surprising. That Victoria Justice girl.
Yeah.
Nice. I totally.
She kept on saying that they were fake.
Yeah, that ain't fucking fake. That other one, the Ariana Grande, she kept saying that was fake too, and it was just like, yeah, she happens to just look exactly like you and have the same dimensions. Because those people went crazy with the confirmation. They were doing CSI maps and shit, figuring out, well, this is a mole and it's 3.8 centimeters away from this, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so much more effort than you need to put into this instead of just being like, yo, hot chick. Put that away in the bank for later. How do you pronounce the one chick's name? Yvonne Strahovski, I think.
Yvonne Strahovski.
Yeah, she is. She
was in Chuck.
Yeah,
fucking
the Chuck
sexiest
girl. Very nice. I was surprised at a lot of names, but we didn't even get to see some of them because people just it all sort of went downhill. But I loved one thing in the fappening that was fantastic was when people made the sequel attempts. And the fappening name on its own is a brilliant fucking name.
Oh yes.
But I loved how when people were saying if Emma Watson came that would be the Fapocalypse. And the second one was the second coming of the fappening. Oh man, I thought that was just clever as hell for the Reddit and 4chan groups and stuff. But yeah, who were some of the people that you were looking out for and stuff? Anybody want to tag in or whatever? I don't know.
I'll tag in.
Yeah, of course you will, Sean.
I was expecting you to be first.
Well, I'm just glad to see Abigail Spencer was involved in the fappening.
The first time when you mentioned that to me, I thought you said Abigail Breslin, and I'm like, isn't she 13? This can't be fucking right.
For those who don't know, Abigail Spencer plays Scotty in Suits, and she has got a hot body, and she's released some videos. Great videos. Some great videos. It's thanks to those videos that I've got over 6,000 views on my Pornhub channel.
All right, there's some accomplishments.
Yep, there's a plug through as well.
Do you put that on your resume?
Fucking
Jude, you put on your resume that never mind.
The other one, the other bird that I'm happy to see was Kaylee from The Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah, she's had a nose job done, by the way.
Oh yeah,
that's not surprising.
It's all over Twitter. It's all over Twitter. She's had a nose job and everything. She's had nose surgery apparently.
Her nose was fine.
Fix her breathing.
That doesn't surprise me. Everyone wants to be young nowadays.
Who else? Ali and AJ, they're pretty fit.
Who?
The sisters, girls. The clan sisters.
Oh, the Machalkas.
Yeah.
There were some sports girls from the national soccer team that were
Velvet
as well.
Sky.
Yeah, the wrestling.
Yeah, Velvet Sky
and Melina were in there. Hope Solo was in
there.
Melina
was in there. Hope Solo, yeah.
Was the Olsen twins involved?
I don't think so.
No, except I think they already had their leak a few years
Olsen
ago.
twins weren't, but
Yeah.
the fucking T-Mobile girl was.
What?
Carly Fox.
Doesn't Wago have
Olsen.
like a sister that looks like an Olsen?
What if Flo was in it?
Oh God, no! Please no. What if the dude from was it Allstate, the black guy from Allstate?
Jake.
Joe,
Jake from State Farm.
You know what would have been the craziest one? You had mentioned this to me, and everyone thinks like the internet would have gone the craziest if Emma Watson had come out, and yeah, they would have. But I didn't think it could any more nuts than that. But then you dropped the biggest bombshell of them all, and it was Michelle Obama.
Yes, that was.
Could you imagine if that had come out?
That was the first thing that I read when somebody was like, "Who's the craziest one that could ever like the internet will go crazy?" I'm like, Michelle fucking Obama. That would just that immediately all these things would shut down. You know, it took a while for them to like. There's like
It just hit the big red switch that shuts down the internet.
Right.
It's done.
like. Imagine the people checking that out too. Like they're looking through the list and they're like, "Hey, Annalyn McCord and the chick from Community and Abby Elliott and Michelle Obama. What the fuck?" Like, then people use that. Oh, that's a shame. Like he wouldn't have an next term kind of a thing. And people are like, you know why you shouldn't vote for Mr. Obama? Because his shit gets leaked on the internet. Like,
She is one sexy bird, though.
Who, Michelle Obama?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's like Oprah Winfrey, but younger.
Oh my god. What? Learn something
Sean-
new about you every day, Sean. Jeez.
but yeah, apparently you
Dude,
like
right?
Oprah Winfrey when she was young.
I don't know.
Right.
Apparently, there's a lot of things.
Sean, do you have a
fit-
thing for Felicia Rashad too?
The thing is, right, the women in power in my country, right, is like a 90-year-old woman who's going to die soon.
What about the married
Right,
couple that
so-
everyone watches?
Well, Prince William and Kate something
Middleton.
or other. Yeah.
Sale?
Kate Middleton's sister, though. Fucking great ass.
What's her name? Like Pippin or something?
Pippin, yeah. Pippi,
Pepe Le Pew.
Pippin.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Oh,
when
hello.
the queen is dead, that's when I will bang the figurehead of my country. But considering your figurehead lady is pretty damn young and fit, I wouldn't say no to Michelle Obama.
There's a lot of things fit.
She's
in
like
Sean.
Beyonce, but you know.
Oh my god! Shut up, Sean. No. Jesus Christ.
There you
no.
go. She's in between Oprah Winfrey and Beyonce.
It's not even. It's not even close in the slightest bit. You just named two black people to just compare another black person.
Exactly. They all look the
Whoa,
same.
whoa! Why are you gonna use the B
What, do we get
word?
back to the whole
Fuck.
racist thing now?
How?
Is there a way that we can tie Ferguson into geek culture? I don't know.
So that cop didn't wear his what was it? His little like vest camera thing. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so
That's
so the
technology.
answer is no. Drew can't tie this to geek culture.
No, I can. So there's a lot of black people who like geek culture nowadays.
Why do you have to
That
say
was-
that?
Yeah, that was like malicious. There's a lot of black
Yeah.
people like that.
The fuck, Drew? Jesus Christ.
We know who's gonna get worst guest host this year.
Right. To tie this into geek culture, right. Is when Marvel finally gets the rights to Spider-Man, they should go on with the Black Spider-Man because he's fucking class.
No, they don't need, and it's not because he's the Black Spider-Man. It's because Miles is a stupid character compared to Peter.
Miles is ace.
I hate Miles. I don't hate him. I shouldn't say that.
Oh.
Miles is better than Miguel O'Hara.
Know who I like? Venom.
Somebody just say Venom.
Oh my god, you guys.
Man.
Peyton, I believe you mentioned bringing up video games from this year.
Yeah.
I didn't play, I think, a single video game this year, so I'm not going to be useful of this topic at all. But what?
Fucking sucks for you.
Yeah. What were some of the ones that you played that you really enjoyed, or you were really disappointed in? Either one.
Well, I recently acquired a PS4, and I was very happy to do so through the Black
Did you
Friday.
die by you?
Did you?
Still waiting on my dad to get me one.
Everybody jumps on that joke.
I know.
That's like a PS4. It's something about your dad.
I was trying to say something racist, but you guys fucking jumped over me. So I was trying to say I got it as part of the Black Friday Brundaroo. It came with the PS4 system, Grand Theft Auto 5, and The Last of Us Remastered, which are both games that actually came out last year or maybe even the year before. But the HD versions of those games came out this year, and holy shit, are they both just amazing. Freaking, I've been playing through the solo campaign mode of Last of Us, and dude, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much out there, but like, my God, my fucking heartstrings were pulled so goddamn hard through this game.
Don't spoil too much because I haven't even seen The First of Us.
Tony,
I've never seen the Sum of Us as well.
Yourself,
no, I can't. I'm sitting there like grinning ear to ear as soon as he said The Last of Us. I'm like, I know I'm gonna bring this out.
Yeah.
Poor Ellie though.
Poor Ellie. Well, I didn't finish the game yet, so don't tell me nothing else. But
Man,
I'm gonna say poor Sarah.
God.
Oh, that's the one, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's the daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
she
saying.
dies. She dies in the first 2 minutes of the game.
I'm trying to be fucking subtle out here.
If you haven't played it by now, then
Isn't she black?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I have a real problem with children dying, and
You mean only in video games, or you mean in general and like in anything?
Apparently, I have no problem with the Eliminator. But... no, I mean, like, listen, I hate kids. I'll fucking say all these terrible things about them all the time, but I really don't want to watch them die. Like, I don't hate them that much.
No, in video games, they have a tendency to make the kid, if there's like in like a natural disaster situation, they make the kid like seem so cute and like so resourceful. So if they like kill them off, it's like, but you had so much to live for.
Do they really kill off kids in games a lot?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What happened to the
yeah,
games?
they do all the fucking time.
Fuck, the games I used to play were like, you gotta switch these blocks in order,
century.
or the Russians are gonna launch the spaceship or something like that. And I don't remember what the fuck the point of Tetris was, but like Super Mario is like no kids are dying in Super Mario, and
no, they're just doing shrooms in Mario.
yeah.
Yep.
But do you follow the rule, the whole like kick the dog thing, where you can kill anything except for hurt a dog, or like does that apply to kids too? Like if you watch a movie, would you rather, if they had to kill a dog or a kid, would you rather them kill?
I don't care. They can kill a kid, and it'll allow me to gain sympathy for the protagonist most likely, or make me be like, oh fuck the antagonist. If they actually show killing a kid.
I understand the emotions they're trying to evoke, and they did it successfully. I'm just saying it was fucking depressing. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I'm completely fine with them killing a kid if it's for the whole purpose of making me fucking hate someone.
Well, I didn't hate anybody.
The way you're acting in this podcast, I was expecting you to say I'm okay with them killing a kid in real life.
Grand Theft Auto 5 in first-person mode kicks ass. There's not much more to say to it about that. WWE 2K15, the latest installment to the WWE games, is quite disappointing. The first one that was pretty much all in the hands of 2K Sports, and they really did not hit a home run like they needed to. It's not bad. There are some improvements, but for the most part, I feel like it's lacking too many things to really give it a positive review.
I read something online that made complete and utter sense when they were writing a review about 2K15.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was the beta. It was a beta test for the next gen consoles, and then when 2016 comes out next year, they're gonna be.
Yeah, that's what they fucking said last year.
It's a very beautiful game, though.
Oh, it looks great. No, the models, the textures, and everything looks fan-freaking-tastic.
I'm feeling lucky.
I was about to do that. Devin,
feeling great. It's time to go to work. I hate John Cena's model in that game. His face just looks like he's so fucking old.
His chin is so, like, sharp and brolic.
I know, it's so weird.
I'm glad I didn't play that yet. I might end up playing that, though, because for those who are listening, Dace is going to have his annual gaming marathon that we're going to be doing for, a crossover between all of our different projects, Fanboys Anonymous, Mega Powers Radio, Dace Man Show, all of this kind of stuff. We're going to be doing that for charity coming up in February, I think, the 15th maybe. So that's going to be a live stream where we're going to play lots of video games, bullshit around, and you'll be able to, chat with people that are on the chat line and all that. So we might be playing 2K15, and I might have to suck balls at that game because I'm never good at them. So, Wago and Drew and Sean, you guys play your share of video games and stuff. Any
on the PlayStation 4, right, Drew?
Right.
Still waiting for my dad to give me that.
Yeah, fucking terrible father.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Best.
Yeah, I know my dad fucking sucks. Thanks for reminding me.
Best games I played this year. I got GTA the remade version, and I got The Last of Us 2. Both of them are awesome games, but Payton's already covered that. Shadow of Mordor, that game is fucking sweet. It's like Batman, Arkham City, Assassin's Creed, meshed into one. Make it the Lord of the Rings, and it's fucking awesome.
Do you walk a lot in it?
You run a lot in it.
Sweet, they amped it up.
Yeah, no spoilers because I've only just started playing that.
I think Ellie dies.
Pretty much, pretty much all I do for the game is just slash stuff and while singing that fucking sweet Lord of the Rings theme. And,
Okay, I was going to ask you which one and try to get you to do it. If it would have been like I See Fire or something like that, I would have been like, all right, do the whole song. I like that song.
But, yeah, I'm trying to think what else fucking came out this year. Shit, Gavel, Mallet. No, can't think of nothing.
Gavel.
Sean, any that you had played?
8.
Oh, the Pokemon
I got
remake's
a lot.
sweet.
I played a lot of games this year. Fair play. None on my list though that I wrote for fanboys, which is odd.
One thing I'm surprised nobody brought up Smash Brothers.
I was gonna bring up the Nintendo thing. Like Nintendo really kicked themselves back up into high gear this year with 2 titles alone. That's not just Smash Brothers, but Mario Kart 8 as well. Like both of those games together finally makes me feel like it was worth having a Wii U system.
Hey, Bayonetta 2,
sorry,
don't
man.
leave that out. Don't you be leaving
Dude,
Bayonetta 2 out.
That Toad treasure tracker game is supposed to be really good as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
But yeah, the games I've played that are big disappointments. I will grab my game list by a minute. Right, here we go. Big disappointments. Halo Master Chief Collection sucks balls. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, exactly the same as all the others, sucks balls.
What do you mean? They added an exosuit. It's so different, Sean.
Assassin's Creed Unity. Need I
Whoops.
say more? Destiny, no fucking story.
Really?
Dragon Age Inquisition. It's a very good game.
Oh, I was about to say, if you're about to
That's
shit
a
on
great
that game.
Mario Kart 8, great game. Lacks certain races. Missing a lot of races, actually. A lot of carbon copies. Pokemon Omega Ruby, great game. Pokemon X and Y, was that out this year?
That came out last year.
Oh, that still sucked because it was based in France. Titanfall. Titanfall was a great game. I still play that constantly. The thing I liked about Titanfall was that it was fast paced, and then it was unlike any other shooter where people, sit in corners and camp and shit.
Some pyro.
Another great game is Lara Croft. That came out this year, didn't it? The remastered version of the Xbox One. That was fucking fantastic. I pre-ordered myself the sequel to that, which is exclusive to the Xbox One for 6 months. Unlucky PlayStation 4 users. And yeah, those are all the games that I played. I'm positive I played some more that really suck assholes, but I can't think of them at the moment. Super Smash for 3DS, great game.
I'll give a DLC shout out to BioShock Infinite's Burial at Sea DLC. That was fucking sweet.
But my game of the year is Dragon Age, because what I played of it so far has kept me invested on it, and I haven't played Shadow and Mordor because I've been playing Dragon's Age. So yeah. Also, Pro Evolution Soccer is better than FIFA this year for all those soccer players,
Awesome.
football players.
I
Football.
was about to say, you're calling it soccer and you're from fucking Wales.
Well, it's called Pro Evolution Soccer unless you're in Japan, where it's called World Elite or World
Or it's
11
called...
Elite.
Yeah, where it's called Terrible Drew impression. That's racist as hell. Drew, any games stand out to you?
UFC as well. UFC was up this year, wasn't it?
Don't they have one
Fine.
coming out like
yeah.
every year?
Fantastic game. No
Yeah,
lag
EA's
online. It was great.
Best thing I want to say about that game is it's so much more improved than the old THQ games. Everything works the way it's fucking meant to, and they constantly update it with patches and keep improving it. They're trying to get it right before they release another one. EA's
Tell you what,
EA's redeemed themselves so much in my eyes this year.
if they release a CM Punk DLC pack, this guy will buy it.
Drew, any standouts to you in the video game side of things?
Yeah, there's a few. Mario Kart 8 was amazing. I need to pick up Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U still. Persona Q, I just started that. It's for the 3DS, but I'm definitely gonna be finishing that up. It looks great. Dragon Age, I don't know if I said that, but that game was fun as hell. A few games that sucked. Watch Dogs was overrated as hell. Titanfall
What?
is not that
So
good.
fucking true. Watch Dogs suck dick.
Titanfall's a great game.
I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
It's because
I,
you're not a very fast-paced player, are you, Drew? You like to camp.
no, I play a lot of styles. It's not even that. I just couldn't really get into it. I don't know why. I can't get into first person shooters as much as I used to.
Word.
I can't. I don't even like fucking playing Call of Duty. Like I like Advanced Warfare, but God, I can't. I just don't
Fuck
like
Call
it.
of Duty. Especially
I
Advanced
forgot-
Warfare, dude. I saw people play that game. You're just like bouncing around on fucking bouncy shoes. Like, what
That's
the
actually
fuck
really
is that?
fun. It's really fun. It's just fun to bounce and shit like that.
Yeah, I'll buy a pair of moon shoes if I want to do that.
Do it for real
Moon
life.
shoes fucking suck. I had moon shoes. They suck. They don't work. The only reason why I got the only reason why I got the Master Chief Collection was because they're having the beta for Halo 5, which comes out actually as
All
of right
about
now.
that
It's
beta.
out, so I'm
It's out now,
definitely-
isn't it? Shit, I've
Yep.
got to put my disc in now.
I'm probably
play that.
I'm probably gonna play it later. I might play with you sometime, Sean, if you want to.
Yeah, but send me an invite.
No, well, not right now, but later. But I'm trying, I'm trying to think of some really shitty games. It hasn't been a bad year for gaming, but it definitely hasn't been a good year. Like, I'm getting a PS4 next year because of Persona 5, so that's the one thing I'm really fucking looking forward to. So, there's that.
As my friend quoted, I'm going to quote my friend here, they should rename next gen to regen. Because all it is just regen of games, regeneration of games that were on the old systems. Which, I can totally see that.
Well,
Halo.
They got kind of
Warcraft.
tired of. They got tired of like doing sequels and all that. Like they have to go through this whole branding campaign of like making a new name and new flyers and all that. Now they can just do the same game. They don't have to change anything.
You know what I really hate right now is that they want to like push these new systems, but they're just putting all the games on both the old and the new gen consoles, which makes sense. But if you really want to push these new consoles, you shouldn't be putting stuff out on the old ones if you want these guys to buy it.
I guess the game manufacturers are just like, you know what, let's maximize the amount of money.
I know, and I get that, but like, also you get essentially any fucking game on Xbox and PlayStation nowadays. There's no such thing as a goddamn exclusive, so it doesn't really matter what console you have.
Unless you got
Besides for,
a Nintendo console.
besides for PS4, because that's the only one that gets Persona 5, that and the PS3. Keep that in mind.
Well, the Wii games are
And the Wii U
yeah.
has Mario Kart, Super Smash, Mario, Zelda. Oh, I can't wait
Very
for Zelda
few
next year.
exclusives now. I think the Wii U might be like the only console that really has like half their games as exclusives. At least it feels like it.
Well, another big category of fanboys is obviously TV, and for the most part, I've kept like the same sort of TV shows that I have been watching for years. Arrow season 2 has kicked ass, and season 3 has been doing great so far. I'm a huge fan of Person of Interest. Two shows that I really got into from this season that I really hope end up getting renewed, but I don't think that they will, are Red Band Society and Forever. Drew, I know that you are a fellow How I Met Your Mother fan. That ended this year,
Yes.
which was,
Yeah.
that was obviously immense for fans of that show. And
A lot of people.
if you guys
I
want
can't believe they
to,
fucking were able to make that show go 9 years.
they tried to do a copycat of that with A to Z, and that ended too, because that was just not as good.
I'm disappointed. I actually like that show.
You liked it? I didn't think it was great.
It's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. And I think the issue was they were focusing on the wrong things and they weren't putting enough emphasis on the two's relationships. And it didn't really feel like at first that they were like in this deep romantic thing, and now it kind of is. So it works now. I mean, the Christmas episode they did was really good. So I'll give it that. But yeah, it's going to get fucking canceled, which sucks.
I think it
but-
already is canceled.
I know it is canceled, but they're finishing like the 13 episode order they ordered, so I think they're on I think they got 4 more episodes.
I gotta say, overall though, my favorite TV show that's been going on from carryover of like the last half of last season and the first half of the season, probably Arrow. That show is fucking great.
Arrow's great. Yeah.
I think we're all fans of that show, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I like Oliver Queen.
And Flash
No.
started this year. Flash is off to a good start.
Absolutely.
One
Dude,
show.
I've heard people who just like aren't like big into geek and that kind of stuff. I was like having a conversation with some friends about that show, and they just absolutely just shitted on that show.
Which one, Flash or Arrow, or both?
Yeah, Flash, not Arrow. Everyone loves Arrow. Just Flash.
I don't love Arrow. Arrow's a piece of shit. Did you not watch the last episode? How could they leave it like that?
Because it's a cliffhanger.
You
I
know,
don't give
so
a
you
shit. I
come
want to
back
watch.
to
I want to
watch
watch
it?
the next episode now. Give me.
Also, they're
no
gonna make
cunts.
his fucking sidekick Roy do some more shit.
I love Roy. Roy is.
It's a literal
Roy's the one.
cliffhanger episode.
Roy is my Seth Rollins of TV world.
More like
Oh,
a-
so Drew's gonna take him away from you?
If Drew takes him away from me, I swear to God, I will hunt him down and shoot him, and then he'll have an arrow to the knee.
Get it?
So let's go around
Get it.
here. Some of your favorite, least favorite TV shows and stuff. Same kind of idea. Wago, let's start with you.
Yeah. One you just mentioned, Arrow. I like that show. And that's pretty much all I've watched on television because I have Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just watching older TV shows, or is it just that you haven't caught up yet?
Netflix shows, yo.
Yeah, like fucking. What's
Talk
the
about that
one
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, that's the one. The fucking lesbian showers. Yeah.
Yo, that show kicked ass. Season 2 came out like really earlier this year. It came out like January 3rd or something like that, so that just barely counts.
Yeah, arguably the best fucking television on right now. It's not even on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys.
Which is also a Netflix exclusive now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Netflix. Go you.
Yeah, Netflix counts too. It's TV kind of related shows and stuff.
It's what the modern version of TV is. It's very much like.
Yeah, web shows too. I mean, if anybody has any web shows to throw out there, I can't think of any.
Oh, I
Smart
could
guy moment.
talk for a while.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
I actually like Equals Free ever since they changed the host.
The only web shows that I constantly will check out are CinemaSins, Screen Junkies, and
Definitely, they're fucking sweet.
I'm actually drawing a blank for what else there might be because those
I
are the
haven't
two.
watched College Humor in a while.
No, I haven't checked out. I really fell off a lot of the ones I used to be into: College Humor, Epic Mealtime, Philip DeFranco.
Cyanide and Happiness show's fucking fun as hell.
Yeah, I think I'm glad they brought that back. You know, College Humor kind of fell off when they graduated, so.
Nice, Drew.
That was a pretty good joke.
Yeah, wow.
I'm surprised. Pat on the back with that one. And a little noogie,
thanks.
little scamp.
I'm a big fan of pretty much anything on Red Letter Media, which is like the Half in the Bag, the Plinkett reviews, and my favorite one they do is they have a show they call Best of the Worst. And what they do is they find these really shitty old VHS tapes. And I'm not even just talking about like bad movies. They find like VHS tapes that were like tapes that you were supposed to put in your VCR to keep your dog entertained while you're out of the house. Or like movies about like tree stand safety, like just all these ridiculous VHS tapes that they find, and they put it on a wheel, and then they spin the wheel around, and whatever it lands on, they have to watch and review.
That sounds
Pretty fun
fucking bonkers.
Oh, it's a great show, and all of them they do they're professional. You had to have at least seen the Plinkett reviews at some point. Like he did that huge like 3-hour long Star Wars review that just broke down like every single thing in the movie.
I don't think I've
You ever
seen
see
that,
that?
but
You never seen those?
I think that it's
That's,
something
like,
I should
required
check out.
fluid, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna send you the
Send me
link
the
for
link,
at least
definitely.
those. It's amazing. Everyone out there, do that shit.
Yeah, Peyton will send you all the link.
But going back to TV shows, one I absolutely have to mention is Game of Thrones. Like they had season 4, which was possibly the best season they ever had. I mean, all I need to say is Auburn Martell, and if you watch the show, you just know about the amazing story that he had this season.
You just know.
And it's only setting up for some amazing shit to go on next year when his family comes back for revenge. So I am
Peyton.
stoked for that next season.
When-
What's
Oh,
up?
fuck. What does...
Have you played the Games of Thrones video game yet?
The Telltale one?
Yeah.
I've not gotten to that one yet. No.
Have you played that knockoff that they keep fucking advertising with Kate Upton,
Yeah, I haven't played that either.
where she's a terrible actress and has giant tits? That's all I know about it. What's that even fucking called? Is it like War of Games or
Yeah, something like that.
War of Wars, Game of
War
Game of
sounds
Money?
right.
I don't know.
Game of microtransactions. That's what
App of Money is a relationship. By the way, when does the new season start, and when can people look out for the next Sand and Snow?
I don't know if they've announced an official date for when season 5. They're currently filming it, and they've been posting stills of them filming throughout Spain, and it just looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait. Usually it debuts either in late February or early March. I don't think they've announced an official date yet, though. And then everything with that will follow.
Very cool. Wago, TV shows. You already mentioned yours. Peyton, you've got yours.
But hey, South Park, no one's talking about it. What do you think of these then this year?
South Park's been
I
great.
haven't seen half of it. The episodes I've seen have been absolutely hilarious. Like, my God, that Lord episode. Like, I'll just be walking up and be like, yeah, I am Lord.
They are doing something different this season with that, though. Each episode's got continuity from the one beforehand, and that's, credit to them. They're pulling it off well. It could have been really shoddy, and it could have been, okay, I get it. You're just referencing another episode, and this has really nothing to do with it. Once in a while they'll do that in shows, but they're weaving this through really, really well.
And it's got to be leading somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, this is all going to lead up to... You know what? It's probably going to lead up to something that ends up being absolutely nothing. Knowing them. Like, that's the way they do it. They would build it up across the entire fucking season, and it just ends up being the biggest letdown possible.
If it builds up to a Terrence and Phillip episode, I will fucking laugh my ass off. I
love that when they did that on season 2 after like teasing who Cartman's father's gonna be, and they do the April Fool's episode of fucking asses on fire.
So many people were so mad. I remember being in tears laughing at it. I was just like, this is the funniest fucking thing. Because a minute into it, you're like, oh, they're gonna change it over. And then it starts getting 5 minutes into it, and you're like, this is a whole fucking Terrence and Phillip episode. And it's so ridiculous, that episode, too. Cause let's look for craft dinner. Let's look for treasure. And, like, it's that music in the background.
That's Scott. He's a dick.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here? And Ugly Bob. Oh, man. South Park's just amazing. Was the Stick of Truth this year or last year?
Why do you call him Ugly Bob?
This
Because
year.
he's hideously ugly.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game. Pretty much a completely original South Park story put into a game that you get to interact with and build your own character and
everything.
Explore the town. Like, you see
It feels
every
like they had like
bit
a
of town.
season's worth of content in that game too. Like,
Yeah,
if they made that into
absolutely.
like a TV show, like actually into a season. I bet they could.
That deserves so much credit because, man, they brought in fucking crab people, and they brought in, you're fighting Mormons, and you have Kenny who can have all these special powers, and Mysterio.
Fucking shows up.
Scott Malkinson with the special powers of diabetes.
Oh god,
Diabetes.
Bad Pig.
I don't, like I said before, I don't get a chance to play video games, but whenever a video game comes out that seems really interesting to me, I'll check out like playthroughs online, Let's Plays and stuff. And that one was just, I was watching that more than I was watching TV around that time, because it was just like, I got to keep watching to see how this fucking game goes, because that was brilliant fucking game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you why that game is so good, because I despise turn-based combat games like the Pokemons and the Final Fantasies. I hate them. They're so slow and boring for me. But I was able to get through South Park. One, because it was really light. Like, they didn't go heavy on like all the mathy shit.
Yeah.
And it just kept so entertaining because of the South Park characters.
Yeah, the cutscenes were like, a lot of the cutscenes in different video games and stuff, you could tell that it's not the game itself. They're advertising the next Batman Arkham game, Arkham Knight, which is coming out next year, and that's one of the only other games where it can transition right into the game itself and feel like you're not just getting screwed because not actual gameplay, and you're like, wow, this looks amazing, but none of it's actually going to happen. And the Stick of Truth was another one where it was just like the quality of the in-game stuff that you were doing was on par with a South Park episode. So it really did feel like you were playing an episode of the TV show that just happened to be several hours long. And I don't know if that's a lot of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, or if they had a lot of other people that were really good doing the game that really put a lot of that into it. But
my understanding, they were very, very hands-on with that game.
I could imagine them doing that.
It was like their baby for the time period.
Yeah, because they just knocked that out of the fucking park. Sean, any TV shows that stand out to you? Positives, negatives?
Negatives. The Fallen Skies. Kind of tuned out after episode 3. And I was a big fan of that show for a very long time. It just got very boring and stale and very confusing, so I had to turn that off. Gotham.
Oh,
I really enjoyed. I love Gotham.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Such a
negative.
good
I was
show.
going to say that's a huge negative for me. I think Gotham is a
Really?
massive misstep.
Dude, the Penguin
He's-
is like the greatest character ever.
Yeah, but he
on television
shouldn't
at the
be.
moment.
That's the thing. They're beating you over the head with everything. It's just like, it's the Riddler, guys. You know the Riddler with the riddles? He's Mr. Riddle guy. Like, I hate that. It's just so much of this show.
Dude, Enigma is like one of the greatest characters on there. With the fucking riddles and shit. You know? it is very force-fed. It is force-fed. Like, the whole Poison Ivy. That was like the first episode. Was it the first episode?
One of the first
Or
ones,
second
yeah.
episode. But you're like, no, that's not... Poison Ivy's name isn't Ivy, it's Selena, No, Selena Kyle is the fucking Catwoman there. What's Poison Ivy's real name?
Pamela Isley.
Yeah, that's the one. And you're like, no. Give me other references. The other reference was the Joker. That was another reference.
Yeah, they're hitting you over the head with it, and it's just not as good of a show as I was hoping it would be.
I kind of tuned out of that because Arrow come back on television and the Flash. I love the Flash. The Flash. You know why I like the Flash?
Because it's silly.
No.
It's so fucking cheesy. It's great. It's me.
I don't think it's you at all, dude.
I love cheesy references. I just love full on cheese. Like the first episode was really cheesy.
What about
Well,
Cheez-Its?
Oh, I love Cheez-Its as well, but like, especially when I'm high, I eat my own body weight in Cheez-Its. But yeah, the last episode, fuck me, man, nerdgasm that was. When
Reverse Flash.
Oh, lovely.
Reverse Flash, yeah, and when the doctor bloke, can't think what his name is now at the moment.
Harrison Wells.
Yeah, I call him JD's brother. goes into a secret room and charges up the fucking yellow suit, and he goes, "Merry Christmas." I was like, "You fucking cunts!" Fucking great ending.
Nobody watches Constantine,
Bring it back already.
right?
No.
No.
Yeah, I watched one episode of that shit, and I'm like, no, done.
I tell you, another TV show that I was really into as well this year was BoJack Horseman on
Oh my
Netflix.
god, I was going to
God.
mention that. BoJack Horseman's amazing.
So great! I can't wait for the next series.
Same. Oh, have you seen the Christmas special they did?
Did a Christmas special?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch
What's
that.
BoJack
Yeah,
Horseman?
you gotta watch it.
It's a
It's,
Netflix original.
Yeah, it's essentially a cartoon with Will Arnett playing a celebrity horse from like he was a star in like the late 80s, early 90s, and he hasn't done anything since then. So essentially, he's writing a memoir about his life, but he doesn't know what to talk about because he's a piece of shit.
Oh.
It's really funny.
It's fucking great. And a spoiler for next year as well, which I'm really looking forward to, is another Netflix original, which is Daredevil.
Yes.
That's good. Great.
Not as much as I was before, though. Actually, that's something that I can transition a little bit here. For generic things that were just like geeky in your life in 2014, one of the big things for we tried to get everybody, but we couldn't. But I know Peyton and I are we could end up mentioning this New York Comic Con. We finally got to go this year, and we had a blast. There are a lot of things that were some like negatives that we had to go through. It's a bitch standing in line and stuff like that. But
yeah, big bitch.
but that was something that was one of my favorite things we did this year. We also did another great convention, the Too Many Games convention, which we got so many jokes out of that. Without
too many of them, in fact.
Yeah, without a doubt, two of my favorite things, and we did two other conventions, to South Jersey Geek Fest this year. But and I did with Monster Mania. So Fanboys had a huge presence in 2014 for conventions compared to not ever having any in the past. But Comic-Con takes the cake out of all of them for me.
Oh hell yeah!
So many recurring jokes that we've had from that.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Some that we could elaborate on like the Smack Talk show, and we have, and some of them that we still haven't really fully elaborated on because they're embarrassing to certain people and stuff. But when you get a bunch of people from the Fanboys crew and everybody's like pumped up, and you've got thousands of these people walking around in these fucking costumes. One of the best things I think of from New York Comic Con, and it's a shame we couldn't get footage of everything that we did, which we do have some footage, so check out that video. But one of my favorite things that happened to it was actually something that Peyton had done the first day.
What? What did I do?
We were passing by this one Deadpool.
You guys didn't shit all over yourselves, did you?
Deadpool's all over the place, but this one Deadpool was kind of getting upset that nobody was paying attention to him because he thought, like, oh, look at this. I've got, like, this Deadpool costume. It was a good costume, but Peyton starts mocking the guy. Oh, look at me, I'm Deadpool. Nobody's paying attention. And the fucking Deadpool guy, you can't see his face, obviously, because he's got the mask on. He must have been, like, seriously pissed. So he just starts following Peyton around with, like, the gun to the back of his head. And anytime Peyton would turn around, he would turn around with him. So it was like... but he was a good sport about it after getting caught doing that. It was, but that was like one of the best things to start the day off and being like, all right, no holds barred. We can just start making fun of people and stuff. And
I'm Deadpool.
with the weird people that we came across, like that one dude, we were sitting in the Marvel Cup of Joe panel.
How many fedoras did you guys count?
I think we counted something like 23. Maybe, and we lost count,
Oh yeah, dude, there was too many fedoras.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, I can't wait for the Too Many Fedoras convention.
Not enough games though, not enough planes. But the guy sitting next to us at the Marvel Cup of Joe thing just reeked of baby shit, and it was just like,
specifically baby shit.
Yeah, it's definitely baby shit. Even the Too Many Games convention, though, the Too Many Games name itself lended itself to so many jokes. The one dude walking around with his travel case, and it's like, this guy looks like he's coming into an airport, and he's going, a lot of games here.
Looks nothing like an airport.
A lot of games here, but not enough planes. Too many of the games, in fact.
It'd be fantastic if I was looking for some video games, but I can't find a plane.
I'm at the Too Many Games convention? I thought that I was at the just the right amount enough of planes convention.
Oh.
We went on for this for fucking ever, and
oh no! But my favorite joke that came out of Too Many Games was definitely the I attended the Angry Video Game Nerd Q&A panel, and the second question that gets asked to the Angry Video Game Nerd, which props to him, he just did like 12 Days of Christmas, which is the most videos he's done in a long time. He still got it. He's still funny. So we talked about internet stars. He's a guy who's still doing some funny videos. But anyway, people are asking him questions, and he just debuted his trailer. This was, I think, the second people in the country who ever got to see his trailer. It wasn't even on the website, the trailer for his new movie he's making. And the first person
Didn't it
asked
come
him
out?
some kind of question about it. It's out now, but this was back in
June.
This was back in August or June, yeah. So the first person asked something that had to do with the movie. The second guy, obviously socially awkward, he goes, do you remember that time that Captain Lou Albano played Mario on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? And Angry Video Game Nerd's a little taken back, but he's like, yeah, I guess I do. Long, uncomfortable silence. And the guy's like, oh, that was my question.
No, that guy wasn't awkward because he's just socially awkward. He's awkward because he probably has to ask that question because he lost a bet or something like that. And he doesn't want to ask the question.
I don't think anybody would bet and be like, all right, you lost the bet. This is what you got to do. It would be something more embarrassing. But
that's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Those conventions were fantastic. I'll tell you something just for me. I was never into Reddit until this year. And I'm fucking obsessed with that website now. I went from going on there maybe once every couple of months to check out like a random link to now I'm subscribed to 55 subreddits and following.
And we know you're subscribed because you show us all the fucking stuff you find.
Oh, the stupidest shit in the world on Reddit, and it's hilarious. Some of my favorite things are fan theories and.
Do they have like a bread salad like subreddit?
They probably do. Pokemon Conspiracies is really good for any Pokemon fans out there. Explain Like I'm 5 is a great one for learning information. Life Pro Tips is good too. It's really something that if I am in the middle of, processing a video or something where I can't do too much work and I have to kind of goof off a little bit, Reddit is like my go-to source, and that's been a huge thing for me in 2014. I'm kind of drawing a blank of some other things for me to mention, so let's pass along here. Wago, like what other geek culture kind of stuff we never talked about music, but if you want to throw out any music things, YouTube, internet, celebrities, geek news, anything geeky that we didn't talk about.
Yeah, there's not too much that I really have that's different from what's already been talked about. I went to Youmacon this year, and that was a pretty fucking sweet convention. It's like the largest anime convention in Michigan right now, so...
Whoa, the largest in Michigan?
That's a lot of qualifiers.
That's actually a lot of fucking anime conventions in Michigan.
I'm gonna give props for props to Youmacon. Sounds like it would be a pretty big fucking deal. That sounds like something that would be huge. He's like, yeah, guys, we're the Youmacon. Whoa, what's a Youmacon?
It just happens to be the largest anime convention in the third quarter trimester of the Michigan state area.
There was too much anime
when it's on Sundays.
Too many anime.
More like Saturday.
Same thing. Who cares?
No, it's not really.
So, Youmacon was one of the big things. Anything else?
Nope.
Peyton, you jumped on with the too many games and stuff like that, but anything else you want to mention? Or more about
Too
that?
Many Games was a great dabbling into the convention world, but man, New York Comic Con was just the absolute best time I had this whole year. I had such a blast there. I would do it every damn weekend if I could. I cannot wait to go again next year. As far as other things, it's been a cool year for tech. I mean, we've seen the Oculus Rift get a lot of exposure this year, virtual reality things in general. Some cool new gadgets came out. The iPhone 6. We got the first look at the new iWatch, or the Apple Watch, whatever the hell they're freaking calling it. Doesn't really matter. It's the Apple thing you put on your wrist. They're looking pretty neat. The 6 Plus is just such a badass phone. All the bending jokes aside, like the video camera on that is so nice. Holy shit. Way to go, Apple. You knocked it out of the park again this year.
All this new technology and the Kinect for the Xbox still doesn't work.
Right?
Too many technology.
Xbox One Kinect works alright.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, and something we didn't even mention. We were talking about all the hacking and stuff that went down this year. There was another one that just went down recently with the whole takedown of PSN and Xbox Live that went down on Christmas Day because of a group called Lizard Squad. That's the culprits. Lizard Squad.
That's what they're fucking calling themselves?
They've been around for a while now.
That sounds like something a bunch of kids in their backyards like, hey guys, let's come up with like a cool name for our group. Yeah. The Lizard Squad.
How about Thunder Turtles?
The Lizard Squad? Why do they call themselves the Lizard Squad?
Well, obviously
it was some old game show, I think, or reference to it.
Oh, is it the Buzzer Show?
Yeah, something like that.
Did they give a reason for why they tried to hack into that? Or why they did?
Okay, like, some of the members said for lulz, and then the other ones, like, gave some bullshit propaganda about, like, it's to demonstrate how lax their fucking security systems are.
And then the police are like, oh, thanks for showing that off. You're going to jail.
No, actually, I found out the whole reason they did it was to gain Twitter followers. Like, they were making all these threats, like, if enough people follow our Twitter account, we'll let PSN go back online. That was their whole thing.
That's stupid as hell. I fucking hate Twitter.
That's really annoying.
I don't mind Anonymous as far as like what they normally do, and it's normally just the political figures who I don't care about. But then Lizard Squad just fucking with people for the sake of fucking with people.
Yeah, how are they not?
Stuff has been getting bad recently.
How are they not in prison?
They can't find them.
They don't know how to prosecute. Yeah.
Eventually it happens, and I love whenever one of these hackers get caught because it's always some fucking like ugly bastard that lives with his mom in her basement, and then he's crying and sobbing when he realizes he's going to jail to be rape bait.
Some neckbeard or like some really like frail like the dude that got arrested with the Pirate Bay. That guy looked like the type of lunatic that would run the Pirate Bay. He's got a fucking whole bunch of tinfoil around him and a dildo apparently on the shelf. Which credit to Reddit. They were just like, nobody's going to talk about that dildo on the shelf. And then, of course, everybody's just like, there's like that whole, like, when you see it, you'll shit bricks kind of thing. They're just like, didn't notice, but holy fuck. Pirate Bay went down this year. That's another thing to talk about, too. And easytv.it, that went down, although that's back up. And now we've got oldpiratebay.org. And everybody just goes to Kick-Ass 2 or, any of that kind of stuff anyway. It was like, oh, man, my favorite pirating website went down. I guess I'll go to the other 30 that I have to do instead. Government's just like, you better stop because, well, Oh, we gotta do all this all over again.
Oh God, who
I told
would
you
have
it was
thought that
coming,
taking
Tony. I
down?
told you. I said as soon as it happened in my country, it was going to happen to your country, but you didn't believe me.
Yeah, but I
The
quote
whole
purchased downloads end quote of quite a bit of things recently through other websites, so I'm not worried.
Do you know what I love about torrenting and shit like that?
That's free.
It's like, you know,
it's free.
well, outside of that, it's like there's comedy in it. You know when they like release a pro software of their torrenting, then people upload that software to the same torrent website. It's like that's so fucking awesome.
I forget what program it is, but I remember coming across something on somebody's computer once, and they kept getting notifications that said that they could tell that it wasn't like the full, proper serial number. And it was just like, you might be the victim of piracy. You should really buy the real version of it. Please. Like, that's essentially what it said. It was just like, you can stop the program right now. And as soon as you would restart the program, restart the computer, it would work fine. And then, a couple days later, a couple weeks later, it would just be like, uh-oh, we don't think that you have the right program there, sir. And then you'd put in a different serial.
Excuse me, sir.
Put in a different serial, and it would be like, oh, thanks, you actually did purchase it. Sorry about that. Like, I think it was Tune Up Utilities, if I'm remembering correctly. Some registry cleaner kind of thing or something. But oh man, it is funny though, because it's just like, you guys shouldn't pirate things, and we're like, yeah, but it's free, and you're like, but it is, but don't be mean.
Come on, guys, play fair.
I reckon the big heads at fucking Sony and all these fucking Paramount Pictures and shit fucking torrent their shit. That's what I reckon. I reckon all these big wigs frowning upon all this copyright shit. I bet they fucking do it as well.
See, my position on pirating has always been, if you make me think that it's going to be good enough to spend my money on, I'll spend my money on it.
No.
I love going to the movies, so I'd rather spend $10 to go see like a Guardians of the Galaxy at the movies and have everybody around me and be like, this is awesome, and everybody else is laughing and shit. But if I think that it's gonna suck, why gamble?
I love fucking how like even people that are rich and famous torrent as well. Like Justin Bieber is like tweeting, "Hey, is anyone got a free stream to the UFC event?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could afford an asshole.
Well, that's what Dana White tweeted at it.
Nice.
Did that kid do anything stupid this year? Celebrities, fucking.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he's
what
become-
didn't he do?
He looks like Eminem now.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
No, the greatest thing I saw this year with Justin Bieber, and it was actually a good thing. Some girl posted a tweet, and it went, "Why does Justin Bieber look so much more happy in his mugshot than he is with me?" And there's like two side pictures of him just like having like the biggest fucking smile in his like jumpsuit in jail, and then a picture of him just like not wanting to take this picture with this ugly girl.
Poor girl.
No, it was pretty fucking funny.
No, I would have.
It was the one thing.
I laughed pretty immediately when you just said it, but still, poor girl. Peyton, anything else you wanted to mention?
Yeah, I actually have one note about music. Funny enough, I'm actually a very big person in music, not as much as I used to be. I don't follow as much of the modern music as I used to. I vaguely go through it, and it's a very interesting year for music because it's been fucking terrible. Well, I guess one thing of note that's happened in music was the whole thing that went down with Taylor Swift, where she just amazingly has been able to sell a shit ton of albums. I think she was like the first artist to sell 1 million albums in the first month or something like that of her album being out, and it was like a really big deal because she's the first person to do that in like 10 years or something. So props to her.
Wait, hold on, like 1 million copies of her album?
Mm-hmm.
She sold more. No, she sold more than 1 million in her first week.
Maybe that's what it was. It was in the first week that it was like a really big deal because that hasn't been done in like 10 years.
No, wait. She sold like a really big number in the first week, and I think that's what it was. Because Justin Timberlake, I think his album sold 1 million last year. If it didn't, it was really close.
Whatever the fuck it was, she made some kind of fucking record.
Yeah.
Is the point I'm saying.
Taylor
there was
Swift
this whole
stuff.
drama. There was this whole drama where like they pulled her entire music catalog off of Spotify, and there's this big battle going on between Spotify and the record companies now, and it's really interesting because it's a breaking point where either we're going to see services like Spotify continue, or we're going to see the record companies continue to try to stick with the old model, which obviously died years and years ago. But the note I originally wanted to say was the best album of this year for me was not an album of new music. It was the soundtrack for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a compilation of all songs from the 70s and 80s, and it's just a phenomenal album. I listened to it so much from beginning to end. Fucking amazing. I can't believe that's the way this year has ended up, that my favorite album is a movie soundtrack of old music.
That is true, though. I mean, that has sold really well from what I've been seeing. And
dude, they released it on LP.
Right.
That's how good of an album it is.
I'm looking at a list of like some of the top songs from this year. I've never been a big music person. I mean, I love the music that I love, but I don't follow musicians. I have never seen a single concert because I don't care about bands at all. Like, people would be like, what kind of bands do you like? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, because any song that I like the song. I don't like the band. I couldn't give one shit whatsoever if, like, I don't know. One of my favorite songs is Clocks by Coldplay. I don't know a fucking thing about Coldplay. And if you would have told me that it's not Coldplay that sings the song Clocks and it's Taylor Swift, say, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I like a Taylor Swift song then. Like, it never matters to me. So I don't follow, like, I don't listen to the radio. I don't do that kind of, like, all the music today sucks and kids don't, whatever. That's relative. But, like, I can't think of any songs really for the most part this year that were amazing to me. I mean, there's songs definitely that I do like, and I liked oddly enough, I never thought I would, but that Turn Down for What, like, that ended up getting stuck in my head. And the hell's the name of that?
Have you seen the music video for that
it's
song?
Kind of crazy.
No, it's fucking stupid.
That All About That Bass song is like catchy, and
I would bang her so hard. I would ruin
I
her.
felt horrible. I'm watching that music video too because everybody's talking about that music video, and I'm like, yeah, the only one that I would bang in this whole music video is that really skinny chick that they keep wrapping up in the saran wrap.
Right, you know the fat black guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's got some moves.
Yeah. Does he remind you of Cleveland Jr.?
Yeah.
I was watching it. I was like, that dude is definitely Cleveland Jr. Like,
What music side of things? Anybody have any other songs that were like, this song was fucking great, my favorite song of the year? Or
okay, go, I won't let you down. Fucking great song.
I don't even think I know that one.
I don't know why, but this year,
Great
I used to not be a big fan of Ed Sheeran, but his new album actually got me to gain a little bit of respect for the guy. So I actually am listening more Ed Sheeran nowadays.
I really like My Sharona by The Knack. Seriously, one of the sickest guitar solos of all time.
Yeah.
Just listen to it.
My pretty one. Pretty one. You
My,
go-
my, woo! There you go.
Purple Rain by Prince.
Blue Danube Waltz. So good, could get shit right there.
Yo, did you ever watch the first Starcade?
I don't think I have.
Or maybe it was the
I
second
have. That
Starcade.
show is fucking awful.
It was either the first Starcade or the second Starcade. But Dusty Rhodes comes out to Purple Rain.
What?
What fucking sense does that
I
make?
gotta watch
It wasn't
that.
the
I
first
don't care.
one. It was
And then
probably the
people
second
said,
one.
then people say that WWE didn't know how to book him when they talk about the polka dots and the American Dream shit. Yeah, okay, you're having Dusty Rhodes come out to Purple Rain.
I'm looking at the list of the songs that I've added into my collection from this year. A lot of them are older. I mean, obviously, I can't really defend Walk the Dinosaur as being some any kind of like newer song. But yeah, not many of these are from 2014. Some of them they might be, and I don't even know. Here's a song that I've heard a lot through WWE and through other movie trailers and stuff. Jungle by Jamie N. Commons and X Ambassadors.
Yeah. WWE used that.
Yeah,
for
that
one
was a
pay-per-view,
catchy
if I
song that I
remember.
ended up getting.
Follow
Into
me.
the jungle. I mostly just stumbled across like remixes and cover versions and stuff like that. I think this was the year that I came across Lana Del Rey for the first time, and I've got quite a bit of her songs, so that's a positive there.
Lana Del Rey
Hayden's-
video games, great fucking song.
Hayden's been listening to that WWE 2K15 soundtrack. He loves that shit.
They should have never seen this bit with Wiz Khalifa, dude.
Yeah, I like that one song that sounds like Time Cow is singing it. It's like moo 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 moo.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Oh, Happy, yeah, that
That's a fucking terrible song. Overrated, overplayed.
That was not this
I
year,
think
was
it
it?
was.
Yeah. No,
No,
it came out last year with the Despicable Me 2 soundtrack, but it got really popular this year.
See, I would have said that.
And there's another
It
song
picked
that
up
was
steam.
played
No, it
as
picked
well.
up steam right when last year ended and this year began.
Then that makes that.
Oh,
makes
holy
sense.
shit. It does say it was released in 2014. Oh my god, that song
See,
is
I
terrible.
like that song, and I thought that I would hate it because it's over the top, fucking optimistic and stuff. But something's catchy about it, and I like it a lot. I wanted that to win best song at the Oscars because I figured that's something that has been used in fucking commercials.
Weird Al's version is better.
What was Weird Al's version?
Tacky.
I can see that. Weird Al's gotten to the point where it's like, all right, now I can just fill in the lyrics. I know where he's going with it. Weird Al's awesome, though. I still love
But
him.
yeah. My
No, Weird Al's
guilty
new
pleasure-
album is one of his better albums, by the way, if anyone is Weird Al fans. Good album, good listen.
I actually like Taylor Swift's Blank Space. It's a great
Don't
song.
know it.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Same goes with Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. She's just my guilty pleasure.
Oh, you know what
really.
song I hate that was really popular this year? Fancy. Iggy Azalea. Ugh, my god.
Iggy Azalea has a couple good songs, but then she falls under that, oh man, she's a white girl trying to rap. You can't, no.
Is that
I don't know, the Booty song with J-Lo.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, dude,
Well, it was
I
a
will
booty
send
song
My
it
from
to
the-
you.
anaconda don't. My anaconda.
Oh yeah,
Don't,
that song with Nicki
anaconda
Minaj.
don't want none unless you're in.
What?
Wow.
He's a snake.
Yeah, music
Yeah,
is
see,
really gone
Swego,
down
yeah,
for
that's a
sure.
terrible fucking joke. You deserve to break your neck and die from that one.
With this video, right, you want to mute it because it's fucking awful. Right?
-4.
No, I'm not watching shit. Oh wow, that's a hot, really fucking hot caption. Wow.
What is this
What?
video that we're about to? Because people aren't.
Booty with J-Lo and Iggy.
That's such a
So-
fucking ugly name.
We're doing
Yeah,
a fan
Jennifer. Ugh.
track. Ugh.
One other song though that I do really love from this year, and I just stumbled across it recently, though, even though apparently it came out in August. I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith, and the only reason I know that song is because people were tossing out the rumor that he could do the next Bond theme. I would be down for it.
Oh God, you better
I
not.
love this. I'm Not the Only One. The first time I heard it, I was like, "Yeah, this is terrible." And then I just kept re-listening to it, and I am such a big fan of this song. I'm watching this Iggy Azalea thing right now, and I feel like
Yeah, this whole fucking video is stupid.
I feel like
shit.
I'm about to have a seizure with all this flashing lights
It's not flashing lights, it's flashing booty.
in the middle of flashing lights.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm not
no, they're just
I'm not a
wearing
huge
white.
booty guy, so I'm shutting this off. And I'm glad that I had that on mute because I'm sure I would have disliked the song too.
Oh, the
Sounds
music's
awful.
terrible. I thought that's what you was hearing.
No, I had that muted immediately. I didn't even hear the ad that played. Oh wait, I don't have an ad that plays because I've got ad block. Huh.
Should we bring up feminism and how people want that in 2014 still? But then we have stuff like this.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic topic for five guys to
Right.
talk about.
Well, we've already,
You're talking to me about feminist rights. You're
we've
gonna
already
laugh.
alienated anybody who listened to Drew do his racist stuff earlier, and then the whole whip.
My bad, I wasn't the only one who
Then
did it.
no, you're just the worst. Then all the women that didn't want us talking about the fappening as being like, yeah, that chick's hot, that chick's hot. Like, but I don't know. To me, if you would have to wrap up 2014 when it comes to the Fanboys Anonymous side of things to you guys, like, was this a good year, bad year for geeks? Was it something that, I, for one, I think that 2015 is going to be a lot better. There were a lot of gems that happened this year. I mean, we mentioned stuff like the Marvel movies that kicked ass, and New York Comic Con was fun as fuck for us, and the other conventions, and there's been positives and stuff, but there's been a lot of downtime, and entire months have gone by where nothing has happened. Like I don't remember really anything happening in say September at all. Or like August.
Was that when the fappening was?
Was that then? I don't know. What?
It was like that was like August, September-ish.
Like,
I remember it getting really big over Labor Day weekend.
but what would you guys say? Is this a good year, 2014? Or do you think that 2015 is going to be a huge step up or step down? Peyton, you're going with a bad year for 2014?
2014 fucking sucked in every possible conceivable way. It's a transition year, so I mean, I think we are leading into something very big. I mean, some of the things that people got most excited for this year were trailers for movies that we're seeing next year. And I actually foretold this. Like when I was first looking at the IMDb in like the middle of 2013, I was like, wow, 2015 is going to be a huge year. Wow, 2014 is going to be really shitty leading up to 2015. And like in every possible way, and that ended up being right. Like this year has just been utter crap. I cannot wait until it's done. Not that I believe like things change on the day that a year changes, because that's not the way it works. But I do think that energies in general are picking up as we go into the new year. Not on January 1st, but probably around like the March time is when things pick back up. And I think we're going to have a very, very bustling year next year.
What about you, Wago?
The year was kind of lame, to be quite honest, and I'm expecting bigger things from next year. As far as from the gaming side of things, in the console's youth, every console's youth, you always get all the shitty games, so it takes a while for them to really get the full. I'm having a brain fart here. Get the full use out of the console specs, so we should see a lot better in 2015 and even more so in 2016. As far as movies this year suck balls, so I'm hoping we get something better next.
John?
2014 sucked, assholes. The only good thing about 2014 was the fucking television. Video games, rehash of old video games, big whoop. Films, I haven't seen any that have really made me go, oh yeah, that's great. So yeah, 2015 will probably be a better year for me because, you know, Star Wars is up next
Star Wars, yeah, we got Avengers coming out, we got
fuck the Avengers.
What?
Fuck
wow,
that film.
So much anger.
Fuck it. That film was Iron Man.
Yeah, fuck the Avengers. Stupid film.
Fucking awful. And
fuck that film.
And the Avengers too. What was supposed to be the whole breakup, isn't it? With Captain America and Iron Man going separate ways and shit. Where the fuck is Spider-Man, huh? Spider-Man is supposed to be a big part of that, but
he's
no.
failing over at
Spider-Man.
You're really on this Spider-Man thing. You brought that up like 5 fucking times now.
Am I the only one that likes Spider-Man?
I love Spider-Man. He's my second favorite
I
hero.
love Spider-Man. I just think it's a bit fucking retarded. That's the only got the fucking rights to it.
I actually like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I do too, but that's mainly because he wrestled Macho Man.
Like,
yep,
my
exactly.
girlfriend's sister says,
Oh,
Brady.
I tell you what, that's the only line from that fucking movie that I quote every once in a while. I'll just be thinking of Macho Man or something. I'll be like, Bonesaw's ready.
I actually prefer the Amazing Spider-Man to Tobey Maguire's.
That's definitely a huge discussion we could do for a future fantasy fight kind of thing, or a nerd court episode or whatever. But because I'd go with Andrew Garfield's a better Spider-Man.
So I'd be like, so which ones do you like? That one. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Drew, round us out here. 2014, a good, bad year. 2015, what are you excited for?
I don't remember much from 2014 besides the controversy, so I'm just going to say it was a controversial year, and I definitely think that stuff like that's going to carry over, and I think 2015 is definitely going to be another one of those years. I think 2015 will be a great year. A lot of great movies coming out, good games, television, we'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, technology gets better every year. The only thing I'm worried about would be just the hacking issues, because that seems to be getting worse each year. So other than that, I'm really looking forward to 2015.
All right, guys, one last thing we need to do here, just go around the metaphorical table that we've got going on for this roundtable discussion and give some plugs out there. Wago, hit us with your plugs first.
UDMMA. For all your MMA needs, go to udmma.com, facebook.com/udmma, and twitter.com/udmma. Also, check out Addicted to Anime over on megapowsradio.com. For more information on that, you can go to facebook.com/addictedanimefans. Bada bing, bada boom.
Sean.
I ain't got nothing.
You're not going to get your YouTube channel and your Let's Plays back up and running anytime soon?
What's the date?
29th,
27th,
right now
20th?
for me at least.
29th, so it's the 30th for me. The 7th of January.
January.
There will be a video, maybe. Hopefully.
Look forward to that, folks.
So don't expect it.
Which is youtube.com/SeanTheSea1989. Links will be in some sort of description. I don't fucking know. I'm sort of covered in chicken pox and shit, and I've drank like 17 cans, so I'm surprised I'm still
Cans
awake.
of chicken pox? That's where you've got it.
You drank that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, plugs.
You can follow me on Twitter at JosepHoya. You can also just see the stuff I read at Fanboys Anonymous and just, do whatever these boys tell you to go look at. And remember, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
And Peyton.
And fuck the Drew crew.
Oh, goodness. Well, big things popping, little things stopping in the world of Mr. Payton. And to keep up on all things going on in the world of Mr. Payton, follow me on Twitter at MRPADEN. That's Mr. Payton. Did you like that? I just freeballed that there. That was pretty good. I think I'm gonna make that my permanent plug from now on.
I don't want you to permanently freeball.
Mr. Payton.
All right, guys. Obviously, go check out everything else going on fanboysanonymous.com. All the different podcasts that you can subscribe to on iTunes, Stitcher, or youtube.com/fanboysanonymous. The website itself, with any kind of articles that we've got posted up there. We might be trying some different things for Fanboys this year just to kind of spice things up. Who knows? So if you have any suggestions of what you would like to see us do, podcast or website-wise, then just leave your comments on any of the possible avenues, emails, and so forth. Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/fanboysanonymous, but Twitter.com, because I can't fit it all, it's fanboysanon, ANON. And hopefully this year we won't be taken down from YouTube at some point like we have been in the past. But
or we'll just go to our other one.
With the other one that's been taken down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when this
the other one will
gets
come back
taken
up.
down,
Yeah, that's the way
back
that Google
up.
does things.
Somehow they'll randomly also give us a new account.
Yeah, it won't even be Fanboys Anonymous. It'll be like, I don't know, what was it, Red Letter Media that you mentioned? It'll be Blue Letter Media or something like that. Let's be like, here you go. Here.
Yeah, full zone.
So if you guys want to join the team or you want to support us in any way, there's multiple methods that you can follow us or contact us or anything else like that. So fanboysanonymous.com 2014 is wrapped up. On behalf of not just myself, but everybody on the panel and everybody who is a fanboy or fangirl that couldn't join tonight, I'm Tony Mango. No matter what, good year or bad year, I am a fanboy. This meeting is adjourned. See you next year, everybody.